would you rather be than right here, right now?
Oh, no. We all got together at my house yesterday. All of us didn't go to the Redskins game. We had a nice time. A lot of Rob's friends were there.
It sounds like it.
A lot of friends of the show were there.
Now don't go crazy.
The story, he was a neo-Nazi with one true enemy. Himself. A man of faith, a man of hate, and a soul torn apart. Viewer discretion advised.
Rob, beware!
And good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Take a Knee.
Take a knee!
And all the ships at sea. They're the favorite radio hosts of Sue.
Sue who?
Sue Pository. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
All right, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Robbie. Hi, and thank you for listening, everybody. This is the Don and Mike Show, the nearly famous Don and Mike Show, and it's a new episode on this Monday. And it's November 10th.
Right.
And it's a national show. Really, don't laugh. You know, it's coast to coast. I was describing it to somebody this weekend in the radio business.
Where are you now?
I said it's a regional coast-to-coast show. That's right. And that pretty much seemed to work. It's a regional coast-to-coast show. Technically,
it's syndicated with a high concentration in a certain area of the country.
The bad areas of the country.
Yes.
But
that is our region.
You can call us from, these isolated pockets from coast to coast at 877-365-3636. If you live in Canada... Now, you know, the 877, it don't work in Canada.
No.
So you got to call 800-636-1067 from there. And from here, where we do the show, Washington, D.C., it's 202-432-1067.
Hi, Don and Mike. Buzz Burbank here.
Well, hi there.
George Michael. Is anyone listening? Hey, what happened? Shut up. Did you wash your ass today?
Get out. It is not. It is not so. Stop.
I gotta take off.
Whoa.
That was the Canadian song.
Whoa.
What happened?
All right, here's the thing. I added this.
George Michael.
What happened?
And then I got...
Hey, what happened?
Right,
And then it was really what happened.
I got there, and what I really wanted was...
Someone called for a doctor?
Oh, Christ.
And then you didn't get to the ear.
Okay, let's just... No, let's not do it over. Never mind.
Don and Mike Show.
All right, you know, it's the Don and Mike Show, and hi, and thanks for listening.
Horrible way to start the week off with a do-over.
Boy, are we really loaded today with stuff. I guess we'll talk. Listen, I need your help with the boycott here of the Redskins on Sunday, which we talked about last week.
Not a boycott, down a snubbing.
Well, I'm going to boycott now. It's passed. It's already passed.
Right.
She's not calling on it anymore.
No. Well, see, here's the thing. There's a false sense right now in the Washington metro area of joy because the team won a game.
Wow.
So because the team won the game against Seattle, it's like everybody forgets why they feel like I do, and maybe everybody doesn't feel this way. Anyway, according to NFL.com, FedEx Field holds 86,484 people. They had 80,700 there. Empty seats, 5,756, or 6.7%, who didn't go to the game.
Right.
Now, this is from NFL.com.
Right.
Don't know. I do know that I got a call yesterday during the game. Really funny, and I'm sure he doesn't want his name brought into this, but at this point, too bad. Michael Hughes, a guy who we've mentioned on the show before. Yes, and loves, incidentally, one of the executives.
Good executive.
Loves hearing his name on the show.
He does.
I think we've spotlighted it before when he's gone out of his way to call to say thanks for mentioning me on the show today. He called me yesterday, I guess midway through the first quarter, and he said, "You would not believe how many empty seats there are here." And I said, "Well, looking at it on TV, it's impossible to tell."
Yeah.
Right. It's impossible to tell. Not that I think that there were tens of thousands of seats that were not there, but
sure.
I don't know. So let's talk to some people who went to the game and gauge. Were there empty seats there? Were there a lot of empty seats there? Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, Joe.
Did you just do it to yourself?
No, Joe just got me.
Did Joe get you?
Joe. No, hold on. I take it back. That's on me because it's on our special Tom line.
The Tom line.
And I guess Joe had you there in case of emergency. Hold on. I'll come back, Tom, because we do have some people who actually were at the game. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. You're on the air.
What's going on, boys?
Did you go to the game yesterday?
No, are you kidding me? I'm from Canada.
Oh, Rob, you could welcome our Canadian friends.
Take off, man.
Get out of here.
What's up, my North brother?
You know, that's my own fault. That is my own fault, because I went to that bank of telephone.
Well, I can tell you, based on the first 2 phone calls, nobody was at the game yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
it worked.
Anyway, don't know how that's going to play out. We'll see. You know, and if I have egg on my face, BFD, even if only...
Why should you have egg on your face?
Well, because...
you
frankly,
did what you did. You made your statement.
There was a part of me that had hoped, you know, that at some point...
This can't be beaten. You understand what I'm talking about? This is one game.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Redskins fan screaming on the front page of the Washington Post, one game under 500.
Right.
They get the front page.
Yeah, well,
you can't compete
No.
with a million years of this.
So yes, we can. And see, here was...
You know,
and
I mean, really, it's
I know
just
it was a stretch.
Finally, a change. Oh, they won one game.
I was just hoping that at some point they'd go to a shot of the stadium to say, you know, maybe the announcers would say, well, we don't know what it is, if it's the weather or what. But
And I know you were hoping that...
there's a lot of people who aren't here.
You were hoping that the ownership would get a message that, you know...
Yeah.
I still read the article, I think as early as reading this month's copy of Washingtonian Magazine, how the Redskins are the most profitable team in the league. And what your goal, correct me if I'm wrong, was to say...
To hit him in the wall.
You know, just say, hey, listen, come on, can you make it a better experience since they're losing? They still have a losing record, and the fact is that it's still tough for the fans on a variety of reasons. I don't care if they were undefeated.
Well, even if only 5,756 people didn't go, let me break it down into Snyder terms for you, businessman terms. That if 5,756 people did not go, and they were going to spend at the average $20 each, Rob, I know that I'm talking well over $100,000 in revenue.
20 times 5,000 is 100,000. Sure.
Right. So you're talking. Thank you.
Right, and I think we can take solace in the fact that made a dent.
Yeah.
So who knows if it
poops that?
Who knows if it made a dent or not?
Yeah, but I mean, the important thing was what you did,
and
I hope that is not forgotten in the false euphoria that was yesterday's victory.
And trust me, after this team loses to Carolina, and you know, I don't wish anything bad against the Washington Redskins. After they lose to Carolina, if maybe you drop another game or two down the road, and maybe if you
how do we position ourselves if indeed they do rattle off a few wins?
Oh, well, then I shoot myself. I've looked at the end. I've looked at the end game on this. If they go to the Super Bowl,
we can't be involved.
I'm done. I mean, I will never speak football again in any regard.
That'll kill you.
But
that'll make you die without taking your own life.
But it's the safest bet. It's the house money. That the Redskins, there's not a chance they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not a chance, which is the end dream of all the teams. I don't get, you got a guy like Spurrier who you hire because, you know, well, gosh, he's ball coach and he's got the crazy plays, and then you got the other guy calling the plays yesterday.
Take a knee.
Take a knee. So anyway, I don't know if you were one of the mooks that went there. It was your chance to for one day show the little guy that we don't, you know, kiss us.
No, we are.
Show the little guy.
Have you looked around where we live?
You kiss us because when we're being effed, we like to be kissed.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the car. Everybody's got the granite countertop. Everybody's going to go to the game. You know, come on.
However,
Washington D.C. Come on.
Speaking of and I know you're speaking when you talk about granite and that stuff. You're talking about those people.
Yeah, I'm talking about those people that just have so much money that they crap it.
Those are the people, incidentally, whose attendance doesn't go into the weekly figure.
Right.
I got to stop talking like this for a second. So
okay, all right, I'm trying to understand.
The luxury boxes and the high ticket people, that's money that just Snyder keeps. He doesn't have to share that with the NFL or share that with anybody. And I got a call from inside the stadium yesterday saying that a lot of those were being unused.
Oh, really?
Now, of course, they threw out they really haven't been used in the last 2 years. But there was a lot of empty ones up there as well. And if you check out if you have to get a shot of the stadium, you got the top level, which is the red seats, then a medium level, which is yellow seats. They're a little more expensive. And then you have red seats, which are kind of expensive again. The middle one's the yellow section.
That's the club level?
Yeah, that was really, really almost 50% when I was watching the game.
Right.
But, hey, who am I to doubt the NFL.com? They don't lie. 5,756. I'll take it. I like doing it.
Sure. It was fun.
Now, also from the world of sports, Mike, we're going to be all over this Doug Christie thing.
Doug Christie.
Because our friends at the Sacramento Bee, I guess, heard our show a couple of weeks ago when we talked about this extraordinarily fantastic pussy-whipped lifestyle that this NBA player in Sacramento lives.
There was a feature piece on him, right?
Yes, it was an article that had been an issue that had been ignored largely by the press in Sacramento.
Okay.
So there was something in the New York Times last summer, and then it just kind of went away in Sacramento. And we talked about it last week and or the week before, and lo and behold, here in Sunday's Sacramento Bee, there's a gigantic article. It's called "Truly Committed." Doug and Jackie Christie are firm believers in that crazy little thing called love. And there's serious lengths
is that
to prove it.
Is the nature of the headline in that?
No.
Is it kind of tongue-in-cheek?
From what I have read, I'd have to say, to quote Al Franken, fair and balanced.
Good.
And
Good to hear.
And the best part is that we get mentioned.
Cool. Say no more.
So anyway,
look forward to hearing that.
We've got that for you. I've got one NFL note that I just have to pass out. If anybody has a copy of this tape, I would pay money for it because it is, without doubt, the fall-down funniest thing that I've seen. It was on ESPN yesterday. I was able to watch all the shows because I did not go to the game. I boycotted the game.
You did.
And I think the next time, I'm not going to listen to the jerk faces, and I'm just going to just burn the tickets. Mm-hmm. Just ask people to come down in advance to burn the tickets. Get a nice big thing going with a fire. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's for another day. I'm watching the... Well, Mike...
it's just funny. No, it's funny. It's for another day.
I'm just planning the next attack.
Sure.
Planning the next attack, right.
Yeah. That's what we're up against.
Right. I mean, Mike's holding up the front...
We're definitely... We're what do they call it? Tilting at windmills or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah, Mike's holding up the front page of the Post, which
it's nice.
I'm a static idiot. And
isn't it great to be in the minority, though? It really is. Like when you're really just fighting an uphill battle. You really are. I mean... It sucks.
Hey, listen, I'm glad that the team won, the Washington Redskins. I'm a fan. God damn it, I'm a season ticket holder. Mm-hmm. I'm glad the team won.
Me too.
But just because the team won doesn't mean that all the stuff that was being said last week isn't true.
That's right.
That's all.
It takes Fickle to new levels.
Yeah.
It truly does. I mean, if they lose next week, it's going to be back into the same thing. It's going to. But if they win, they're on it's the Super Bowl victory. It's on the front page of the newspaper.
Yeah, I know.
As well be.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
And I don't advocate violence, but I will physically kill the first person today who says if they run the table. Or anybody.
Or how about, what do you think now, Don?
Yeah. What do I think now? I think this.
What do you think now about the
same thing I thought before. I'm a Redskins fan.
What do you think now about the $30?
This is Larry Michael, Westwood One, Notre Dame Radio.
Yeah. Well, I'm the only one thinking they're going to go to the Super Bowl now that they've won a game against Seattle.
Same thing that I thought. We're still getting killed on pricing.
Yeah.
We I was thinking about this. They were asking me if you ever did do the sit down with Dan Snyder, what would you ask him? And really, the first question I would ask him is, how come there's no general manager on the Washington Redskins? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to get over to the player side of it.
That Vinny guy was.
He's just a lapdog. He's just a bug-eyed lapdog. There is no general manager for the Redskins. It's Snyder.
He's a B-E-L-D. Bug-eyed lapdog.
Anyway, we had B-E-L-D. We had some fun with that, and I got to watch all the shows because normally on a game day, I drag my wife out early. We get there early.
Did you get enough hand talking?
Pardon me?
Did you said you watched all the shows. Did you get enough hand talking?
Hand talking.
The sports guys.
They all talk. Yeah.
And if I see one more guy doing that, I'd like to see them duct tape their hands to their sides. I really would.
So the thing that got me, anybody, if you're taping ESPN yesterday at 10 till 1, they're doing a thing on the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are, at that time, were 8-0, going to go 9-0 as it turns out. And they're interviewing Dick Vermeil, who always cries.
Dick Vermeil is very, very high-strung emotionally.
However, this was a new level. This was... They had him sitting down in a chair. They were interviewing him, and then separately they were interviewing Trent Green.
Okay.
So there were the two interviews that were spliced in together. So first it's the lady reporter saying to him, what is the thought you have about Trent Green and what he's accomplished? Well, and he starts tearing up right away. I'm just so proud of that young man and all the adversity he's been through. And I mean, the guy's really crying. But
Vermeil's been doing that that's him. That's part of his character.
He cries all the time. Then you go to Trent Green, and they said to Trent Green, Dick Vermeil's a very emotional guy, and he says, yeah. And they said, do you know that he told us what he tells you before every game? And Trent Green said, did he tell you that? And then they cut back to Vermeil, to that interview, and they said, we know what you say to Trent Green before every game. And he's still crying, and he looks in the microphone, and he goes, yes. You go, would you tell us? And he says, I tell him, I love him. And then there's a moment, and then the reporter says, and Vermeil goes, and he says it back.
Ah, there we go.
And then there's the
it's a new trend. Very popular in football.
Yeah. Then there's the cut of Trent Green, where obviously you get past the couple of seconds of horror after they've told him that the coach has already said on TV that you guys say you love each other before the game. So he went, yeah, well that's coach. That's coach. I do love him. But it was a wacky moment, and
I was telling you about the show that I saw on Real Sports with the prep school, the private school up around Baltimore, where that's the whole thing, is the whole I love you thing. Tell each other you love them. It's becoming quite popular in NFL's. It could change the world, Buzz.
So anyway, if anybody's got that tape, we got to have it.
I think it's nice that the NFL is finally taking a page from the Don and Mike handbook.
Yeah, that's right. Rob?
Yes?
I love you.
I love you, Mike.
Thank you.
Don?
Both of you guys? I love you.
You know, I don't doubt seriously that we have all at one point or another said that to each other, but it's usually when we are
drunk.
Bombed. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
But it's still true.
We're wasted. Yeah. We're wasted. We're absolutely wasted.
Right. Best time.
So anyway, that was that was the sports thing. Okay, radio idiot alert. I've not even gotten into the weekend stuff yet.
Right.
And okay, you know what? I'll just take just one of these calls. Just one. Okay. There's one call. Which would you rather have me take? Why are you ragging on the team? Don is a tool, or why does Don care so much?
I take the good one of the three. Why does Don care so much?
All right, let's go right to the...
That sounds like the softest of the three, and I took kind of with you on this one. So
I took the Don as a tool call.
Way to dive into the worst one.
No, I didn't. I just hung up on him. I took the other guy. Hello.
Okay, I didn't call to fight. I just want to know. You obviously make a healthy living. You've said so before.
Sure.
Why does it matter how much tickets and your double vodka and whatever it is cost when you make such a good living?
Just because I can afford something doesn't mean that I don't see other people who aren't as fortunate or as blessed as I am being able to continue going to the games. You're right. I am listen. I am the world's dumbest millionaire, but I'm the luckiest dumbest millionaire.
I think I can answer his question better. I really can. I think that if you are Paris Hilton and you've never known anything else, and you've had it, buckets of cash dumped in your lap since you were, old enough to even know what money is, that it might be different. But I mean, I think anybody that's come up and might be doing well financially, but is, you can relate. Everybody can relate to overpriced, like hot dogs. And it's a ripoff. And you never, just because you have some money doesn't mean you change your attitude on that, And a ripoff's a ripoff.
And
right?
you don't think when I go to the game, if I buy a double vodka and I come back and my wife says $12, you pay $12 for a double vodka? She busts my balls about that. And it's not even that, isn't it? It's not even a money. Well, it's 12 at the bar that I go to.
Okay.
Where I've got a friend.
I mean, isn't it more than that?
Yeah, I think it's 16.
Because I think it's like 18.
I think it's 16.
Wow. I remember I bought you one.
but see, you're at the wrong bar though. We were at the inside.
You know that bar we went to?
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't that what it was? Something like $18?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was like, Where'd my 20 go?
Here's why I care, because, I think Mike said it very well. No matter how I'm doing, it's not about how I'm doing. It's about how everybody else is doing. And regardless how great you think I have it, I'm just maybe, just luckier than you, but I'm not living a king's life, dude. I'm really not living a king's life.
That's a fair answer. I can understand that.
And the bottom line is that this guy has taken this team, and I think everybody will agree. And nobody, listen, you're talking about money. If you knew the amount of money that I pour, not only into tickets, but with the junk that I buy, all the clothes that I buy. Do you know that again today I'm wearing, because they're playing tonight, my lucky Green Bay Packers socks?
And I hope they win. I've bet on them.
I mean, I'm into it. As much as I bitch about it, whatever the new piece of junk is that they hawk, I got to get it. If people ask me, what can I get you for the holidays, for your birthday? You never go wrong. You get me something that says Green Bay Packers on it. You never go wrong. So here's the point with the Redskins. They're going to make money because of schmucks like me no matter what. They're going to make money. At some point, it becomes different than just making money. I mean, maybe, where do you live? You don't live in D.C.?
No, I live in Reno.
In Reno. All right, well, you don't have any teams in Reno.
No.
But I do
know what you mean, because when I go to watch the Giants play in San Francisco, it's outrageous, but...
Yeah, but and I don't know how it is in San Francisco, but I know in San Francisco, the bottom line is, okay, maybe you're being effed on the prices, and maybe you're being effed on the condiments and the souvenirs, but at least you got a feeling that your team, maybe even though your coach might be nuts down there, you don't have this out of control feeling. With the Redskins, here's the thing living here. This is what drives me nuts. Nobody cares about how good the team is from what the team is giving out, the vibe they're giving. But what they do want you to know is that they have just opened their 10th store in Tall Oaks Mall.
And they're very proud of the fact the club level sold out.
Yeah,
they put up banners for that.
They put up, normally you put up a banner when the team does well.
It's almost like you're expected to be fans of the person's business,
right,
as opposed to being fans of the team,
right.
And really, being a Red Sox fan, I think I can. Up there, it's really the attitude is ownership is completely accountable to the fans. I mean, completely. And now, when they got the new ownership in, I mean, they are under the gun, man. I mean, it is all about what you do to help out the fans. I get the impression in this town that we will lap up whatever we are served, and we will accept it with a grin. And, the fact that you sent this message, and it was so hard, and what we went through last week because of that little thing that we did, oh, my God, it's amazing. It's a total double standard.
Anyway, it was fun to do, and I do it again. And
you know what I like the best about it? I like you doing it because nobody would do it. Nobody would do it. Media in this town is so goddamn afraid of the big, mighty Washington Redskins.
And more specifically, little mighty Dan Snyder.
Right.
So, anyway, he can just eat me. He can just eat me raw. I ain't giving it up, and I'm just going to wait a couple of weeks until the team, talk to me when you get to 7 losses, which I think will be in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever the record is. When you get to 7 losses, then when those people start calling, I'm going to say, where were you? And the next time, if you really want to send a message, let's really send a message.
Really do it.
Let's really do it. Let's not listen to Alan and listen to Michael and listen to all those dumb jerk faces. But as dumb as those jerk faces are.
And see, I like the fact that you come in here after the fact, too. When it would be real easy just to gloss over it, just move by. You make your next appointment down the road.
Yeah.
To do the same thing right now.
Listen.
Right now, the powers that be are just going,
hold on. And
oh, my God.
And there is a part of me that realizes also, regardless of what happened, and there are some people out there who in the business who I know are saying, hey, it's a stunt. It's a stunt. Yeah. Okay, you could say that. It's a stunt. I happen to feel passionately about it. You can think it's a stunt if you want. All I know is that for 1 week in this town, it's what people were talking about.
Right. Yeah.
And when you got up today and you looked at... How many people looked at the attendance today just because they wanted maybe to stick it to me?
I realized that when I'm listening, coming back from Atlantic City and listening on the radio, I was just trying... I realized that's not offered. That's not offered on your modern radio sports programming. I say, the big game is Seattle and Washington. Attendance today...
Yeah, you don't
78,000.
You don't get that. Right. But it was fun to do, and I'm a DJ, and I'd much rather do a stunt... If you're going to call it a stunt like that, then have people banging in a church, and then 15 months later have one of them dead and one of them get community service.
Yeah, right.
Which just seems, as long as we're on the topic, I'll just say this, and I don't think I would have said this before. Infinity, they should just let the skateboarders out of their deal, because I don't get why this company is still paying Opie and Anthony, which they are, because now almost all the facts have come out in this dumb thing that got them fired. Right. And really, other than the FCC walking around with a big stick, which Infinity has faced before, what's the deal? Cut those dudes loose. If those dudes want to work, let them work.
Absolutely.
Bring them on, I say.
Absolutely.
Bring them on, I say. But listen, the Radio Idiot Alert right here from one of my favorite sources in the radio business, InsideRadio.com. You got to subscribe to get the stories. But I got it today, and they send out the radio update about things that are happening. Mike, here is their headline today.
Okay.
Santa Watch. Expect more stations to go all Christmas music this week.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, keep in mind, it's November 10th. Okay? Christmas is still 45 days away.
Are we 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving?
2.5 weeks.
Yeah. 2.5 weeks away from Thanksgiving.
2 weeks from Thursday. Expect surprises. The traditional radio day for the switch over to all Christmas music is Thanksgiving Day or the day after. But many program directors want to block the competition by starting the Christmas music as early as today.
Program directors who should be buried up to their necks and covered with honey.
How great is that?
Yeah, you might have thought I stole that idea from CSI. I don't care. It just thought I thought when I saw that that headless body, I thought it would be wonderful to have honey
How great is
on a
that?
PD's head.
Hey, listen, this is Michael over at Sunny 98. Are you guys over there at Mix? You thinking about playing that Christmas music thing?
Oh, yeah, man. It worked great for us last year. We're starting the day after Thanksgiving this year.
Are you really?
You betcha, man. It's great. I tell you, somebody said last year...
Hey, I got a call. I got to go. Bye.
Okay.
You are not going to believe this. I just started the guy at Mix. They're starting the day after Thanksgiving. Get me Santa Claus on the phone.
We're going to start it earlier. We're going to start it 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
And this is a national thing.
And then next year, somebody's going to start it at Halloween.
This is a radio phenomenon that's happening in market to market this year.
People are weird about Christmas music, though.
Yeah.
Is that Christmas music I heard? Hey, what are they doing? Hey, kind of like it.
Yeah,
that's what they do, though.
But isn't there a certain segment of the audience like myself? I mean, I embrace Christmas. I love Christmas.
I can't stand the idea of doing it before Thanksgiving.
No, nor can I. And I've seen the ads on TV now, and I'll tolerate the ones that I've seen, like for the credit card company, where Santa, this family's on a mission and to get low rates, and they end up throwing Santa out of their car, and he says, "I know where you live."
Right.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that, and I'm even cool, I guess, with the Cat in the Hat stuff, because they got that crappy movie coming out. And they've got to do something with that.
Is Elf out already?
Is what?
Did Elf start this weekend?
Yes, it did. Had huge numbers, big numbers. But the ones that especially if you watch the football, when it's back, that it's time. It's Zales. You're a diamond super. They only advertise during the holidays, and I guess they only have. What did you do a commercial for them recently?
Yeah. Everybody. We're all going to be doing jewelry commercials.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. But the one commercial that this year, tell her you really think she's special.
Right.
Yeah. The one
diamond heart shape.
The one I hate the most. They ran it during football yesterday, and maybe last weekend, and they did last year as well. It's this guy and this woman, and they're in Paris or somewhere, and they're walking through a park or walking through the middle of a city area.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
And then he
is that when the music in the background?
He turns and he goes, "I love this woman.
Right.
I love this woman." And then the birds all fly away, and then
she's totally embarrassed.
And then she's embarrassed, and then he comes over and he goes, "Maybe this will say it better." And he puts this gigantic frigging rock on her finger, and then she puts her arms around him and she says, "I love this man. I love this man."
Like, and what the commercial says, and I've seen this. Hey, we might have seen it together. This commercial says that She thinks he's a complete and total ass buffoon
until
he breaks out the rock,
right?
And then bingo, he's okay.
Just like real life.
Now, me, I'd like to see that spot with Dick Vermeil and Trent Green of your Kansas City.
I love this man. I love this coach.
And Trent Green. I love this man.
I love this quarterback.
You know, and here's the thing with a commercial like that. Not only is that just dopey and stupid, but it puts guys at a very tough leverage position with their wives, because if they get this message pounded into their heads over and over again,
right?
That for whatever reason you see a commercial enough, you think, well, now my guy should do that for me. Maybe we can't go to France, but he could take me down in front of the Safeway, and he could scream, "I love this woman," and then he could give me a thing.
I love this woman. Here's the Duraflame log.
Can you imagine doing that? I could not.
I love this woman. Here's a roast to cook for me.
I could not imagine. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, Don and Mike, how are you?
Hey, we're doing great.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, do you think Napoleon kind of upgraded seats? Because they usually show a wide shot of the stadium and the upper decks, and they didn't show that at all yesterday. And they only showed the lower level, and I was just wondering if you think he upgraded people and moved them downstairs.
You know, I don't know. I think they do it pretty much at all NFL games, that they don't want you to see empty seats, so they try to
make the stadium look more full.
Yeah, I think
you're giving us. I appreciate the amount of credit that you're giving us.
Camera crews and directors traditionally shoot the sections of the stadium that have the most people in them because they feel, and this is without any influence from the team, that it just looks better on TV.
Well, look, I know this might be controversial what I'm about to say, but it's a theory I have, and I'm not.
You're going to be controversial?
I'm not prepared for anybody to dispute this theory. I just want to say that, and I think that really. I think yesterday, based on my look at the preview, at the highlights, that there were cardboard cutouts being used in the stadium.
Mike,
in many areas that were.
You're just being completely. You're just being funny, and I know that's your job. You're a funny guy, but I want to take it seriously. I want to end this segment by saying that yes, we do have diamonds at Yank It this holiday season.
They're not.
Hey,
sorry.
Technically, they're diamonds.
You know, I'm sorry. That was a board meeting. That was a little bit of the board meeting that spilled out on the air. Don, I'm sorry. You're right. Technically, they are diamonds.
10 gallons of gas. You get a free diamond at Yank It.
And you can actually see a picture of the diamonds, but remember when you do the internet search, it's DYA.
Right.
MOND.
Diamonds, but they are real diamond reconstituted chips.
Okay. Now, why do you have to say that?
Because I really don't
just say that we're giving away diamonds at our convenience store.
Because let the other convenience stores mislead the customers.
Mike.
At Yank It, I think we should let them know what they're going to. It's still a beautiful ring. It looks incredible. You get it under the right kind of light.
No. Yank It does not equal honesty.
I know.
I think our customers at Yank It, and incidentally, we're very happy to announce that we have hired all of the workers that Walmart has laid off.
Yes, we have. That's great. They went right over from the Walmarts that were shutting their doors right over to the Yank It's food stores.
Right. And we've now got, the last count was over 3,800 locations.
Wow.
Coast to coast, although it's coast to coast like our radio show.
Regionally.
Technically, it does go from one end of the country to the other, but not all the way in an unconnected large
I don't think I'm speaking out of school here when I say what Yank It is to 7-Eleven is what Avis is to Hertz. And we're coming on strong, and the difference is we see those 3,700 locations being, are you ready for this? By St. Patrick's Day, 7,200 Yank It locations.
Wow.
That's right, that's double. That's double digit.
Yeah.
That's double digit, but that's what your Yank It BIDs, your board of directors, that's what they all the head Yankers have to say. And for those of you wondering, in the adult section, and you know we have the adult section, we will have the diamond C-rings for you fellows to please your ladies this holiday season.
Diamond with a Y, they're really rhinestones.
Not responsible for
See, now why?
Because the guy doesn't care what he puts there.
The diamonds.
As long as it's pretty.
The diamonds, Mike, the diamonds.
Looks good. The diamond C-ring.
We're giving away diamonds from the Yank It store.
It will be beautiful.
Man. Okay.
And after the first of the year, Yank It tires.
Wow.
That's right. Yep. You can't, you won't be able to get them.
Now you're talking out of your ass. Now you're talking about.
What do you mean I'm talking out of my ass?
Now you're talking about stuff that we've discussed behind the scenes.
We have to not a done deal that we're going to have the tires?
Only if we can get the lowest possible quality rubber.
I understand.
We have to buy the rubber that is the cheapest, and we've not yet found the cheapest rubber.
We may have after the first year. Line of Yank tires. We're in negotiations with dumps all over the country right now.
And I don't want to speak out of school, but did you decide whether or not to sell just all 4 donut tires, just spare tires for the cars?
Yeah, well, that's what it's going to be to start. I mean,
solid rubber
for people that don't want an expensive spare.
Oh, okay, very good.
Really, the kind of tire that will get you maybe 15 miles.
And not at a high speed.
No, not at all.
Top speed,
but it's not that little cheapo one you see on some of the cars.
Oh, okay.
The full-size tire that has got some issues on it.
Here's the thing, though. It's
full-fledged patch tire.
Now, Mike, why is it when we're talking about our diamonds at Yankit that you feel the need to run the product down? Yet when you're talking about your cheap, let's be honest, bicycle tires, you're talking about people putting on their cars just because you happen to work in the automotive branch of Yankit.
The non-existent automotive branch, really, based on the products we have. I think, it's going to get better and better, but a Christmas tree air fresheners do not an automotive section in a convenience store make.
That's right.
I am going for the full thing. I want it all. I want wiper blades. I want the tires.
Mike, go to Yankit.com and look at what our employees are telling us.
I understand.
First, they're saying they're all clicking on the button that says, no habla inglés.
Yeah, I know.
That's the first thing that they're saying. Welcome to Yankit.
Right. Welcome. And then, of course, Poor K. 4K.
Welcome to Yankit. Got to break, everybody. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Good God, man. What are you waiting for? The time is now. Make the switch to singular, or you'll be sorry, Pee Wee Herman.
The Sony Ericsson T226 is free after a $20 mail-in rebate and has a free camera attachment with a $50 mail-in rebate. It's quite a phone.
The Sony Ericsson T226 allows you to take pictures and email them instantly because it's wireless internet capable. It also has a lovely 512-color full graphic display. Tasty.
You'll love the picture caller ID, and it can download games. Wow. It'll make your dreary life fun again.
If you want a calling plan for the whole family, you can keep connected with Family Talk. Add a line to your calling plan for $9.99 per line per month. Plans start at $39.99. Pay no roaming and pay no long distance.
Call today, 1-866-SINGULAR. Log on to Singular.com or visit any Singular wireless store. Be sure to tell them that Don and Mike sent you, good God.
You had the chance to say the line. So
what are you waiting for, you fool?
You fool.
Sorry, I skipped ahead without even reading it, Rob.
Certain restrictions apply.
WJFK.
TS on that.
The Don and Mike Show.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Mulder, it's me.
Where are you, Scully?
Mulder. Jesus, Mulder.
Whatever happened to playing a hunch, Scully? What are we doing out there, Scully? It's hotter than hell.
Mulder. I saw your face, Mulder. Scully.
Scully, I found the bomb.
Where are you, Mulder? Nice try, Mulder.
Look, Scully.
Come on, Mulder.
You see a pattern emerging here, Scully?
Hold on, Mulder. Special Agent Dana Scully.
Scully.
Mulder, move away from the door. Come on, Mulder. Mulder, what are you doing? Mulder! Mulder, get in the car.
Scully.
Mulder. Mulder. Will you drive, Mulder? Mulder.
Scully, it's me.
Mulder, I can't really talk right now. Mulder, I've got a hearing tomorrow. Mulder, I can't.
Scully.
I don't know, Mulder.
5 years together, Scully. Scully, we're chasing evidence.
Mulder, I don't... This is weird, Mulder.
Scully? Talk to me, Scully! Quit now, Scully.
I can, Mulder.
I need you on this.
You don't need me, Mulder.
Well, you owe me nothing. Scully.
My mother functions as a say.
Where's Scully? Mulder. Scully, can you breathe? Scully, grab the bed! Scully? Come on, Scully! Keep moving, Scully! Scully, you gotta see this. They're burying this thing, Scully. Wasting your time, Scully.
Mulder.
I'm not going to watch you die, Scully.
Mulder, I'll be a doctor. They win.
that's the whole movie, the whole X-Files movie.
The Don and Mike Show.
He just took all the parts of this Sculter and Mulder and Scully.
They like holes, not poles. Don and Mike.
Scuzzy and Mud.
Boy, are we going to have fun tomorrow. Somebody on the show here has got to go out tomorrow. T3 is out on DVD. And what is appealing to me is in the ads that I've seen, Arnold Schwarzenegger does a running commentary.
Right.
You know, like on a DVD where you get the director's commentary?
This is the part where they were dipping me into the liquid metal, and it was really hard to get the work done.
We get that, and all we got to do is just play it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just get a machine and play it. There's no need,
just to laugh at Arnold's accent.
No need to preview it. We will just play it.
The governor-elect.
Hello. Hello there, Don and Mike Show.
Yes.
Hi, you're on the air.
This is Chad from Green Bay.
Hi, Chad.
Got a little Yankett complaint here.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Chad.
Possible.
Chad, I happen to know that our Wisconsin Yankets are among the highest-rated Yankets.
Yeah, I'm not here to bust your balls. I enjoy to visit the Yankett store quite often. My wife actually gets a little ticked off because she cannot believe a store that has so many great products can produce such a stress-release environment. And I try to get her to go. But what I would like to do.
Listen, face it, for some guys, Yankett is strictly a men's only club.
Yeah.
I would like to offer, if you had a gift certificate, I could give her. Maybe we would go and yank it together, and she could see how enjoyable the experience can be.
Something tells me you're not a real Yankett consumer.
I think he's faking it, and there's nothing like that's ever gone on. Whatever you're inferring has never happened at a Yankett food store.
Describe the layout of your Yankett, please.
Well, there's 4 checkouts up front.
No, right there you're wrong.
Yeah. Nope.
Listen, you're going to want to... Now, when you really do go to the Yankett there, and you're in Green Bay,
yep.
What you want to do is go right to the back where it says how you can be like Don and Mike. And what you want to do is buy the Yankett Joke Book.
Yankett Joke Book's available at all Yankett food stores.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
And, we're not keeping any secrets here. All Yankett food stores have checkout kiosks with 2 registers.
Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Hello?
And also, you should know this. We tell our employees at Yankett, because let's face it, the name of the show is Yankett. Well, let me give you a situation here. Oh, my, that's a bad sell. Please call back. And it happened to me, and I'm one of the CEOs and founders of Yankett. But I found that it's really what our stores are all about. When I was in my Yankett this weekend, I went in to get some of the wonderful artery clogging food that we have behind the counter.
Yep.
And I ordered my sloppy, and I said, give me the extra bloody cunny burger. And I got all the stuff, and then right as I was ready to check out, the guy said, I'll be right back. The guy who was working behind the counter. And he was gone for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Wow. Right.
And then when I looked up, he was just having a conversation with his friend in the back, and they weren't even speaking American.
Oh, that's great. So what could happen is that everybody could just grab like a handful of fisties and walk out to their car.
Yeah. No, Mike, no, because of our sophisticated system. Part of the Yankett experience is all of the bad experiences from all of the other
I understand
that we've worked into the Yankett experience. In and out, not our motto at Yankett.
No, we don't. We gave up on that a long time ago.
Yeah, when you come into the Yankett, you can expect to wait because you're at Yankett. Wait,
Yankett, where employee phone calls take priority.
More of an inconvenience store.
Well, listen,
we urge our employees actually take personal calls at work, especially if they're working the register.
Here's the deal. People ask us, how do you keep your prices so incredibly low? For instance, Mike, let's say Mom needs to get a 12-pack of diapers. How much are the Yankett diapers?
The Yankett diapers that we offer now, they're reconstituted diapers that are offered for $3 for a 24-pack.
Now, how can we keep the prices this low?
How do you do it? Now, let's say it's one concept that I'm going to give Don the credit on this: relabeling.
And Mike, the other process is also we pay the people at Yankett 25 cents an hour.
25 cents an hour. They get points good towards Yankett merchandise.
This is why you're paying somebody 25 cents an hour.
But they're eating well.
This is why if you're at Yankett and you're waiting in line, you're going, well, I'm looking for, Abu or whatever his name is to come over here and wait on me, but he'd rather have his cigarette or drink. And we allow our clerks to drink at Yankett.
Each hour, our Yankett employees get 25 cents. but they also earn 2 Yankee pesos, and that actually allows them to buy food with the Yankee pesos.
And then, of course, that's why we also have the Yank it going fishing sign. If our clerks at any point ever just decide it's too much.
Right. Then we use the honor system.
They've been in there an hour, and they said, I've only made a friggin' $1. I've made long-distance phone calls. I've called the phone sex lines. I've raided the beer closet. I'm out of here.
We trust our employees. That's why the cameras you see at Yank It are actually toys.
They're fake. And I know that you've seen those. And if you're in a Yank It and you have an emergency and you say to the Yank It employee, may I use the cell phone, don't be surprised when that's also a plastic prop.
That's right, exactly.
So we don't have real stuff in Yank It's.
No, it's like a combination real store but a soundstage at the same time.
That's how we pass the savings on to you.
Absolutely.
That's how we do it at Yank It. Yank It, baby. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Yeah, yes, good afternoon, Don.
Hi there. Good afternoon.
And Mike.
Hi. Hey, buddy.
I'm calling from Buffalo, and I happen to be a newspaper printer who happens to print the Redskins Warpath paper, and this coming November 16th edition just happens to have a write-up on yesterday. They have like a 2-paragraph write-up on the boycott from yesterday. Would you listeners mind if I read it, or would you guys mind?
No, you on the level?
Yes, I am.
Is there such a publication as the Redskins Warpath? I think we might. Do we sell it at Yank It?
I don't know. We don't have any in Western New York.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear what you allegedly have there.
Okay, it starts out. It says, and now get this: the Redskins flagship station and the host Don and Mike, nationally syndicated show, are calling for the fans to boycott the Seattle game, running fake ads, teasing the game, using clips from angry fans, and they often knock owner Dan Snyder on their show and make no secret of their dislike for him, often teasing him by having someone imitate him by using a child's voice.
Let me just stop you by saying
it's not a child's voice; that's an elf's voice.
And I do believe it because there's already been 1 or 2 inaccuracies.
Right.
I mean,
makes it real.
We weren't playing tapes of disgruntled fans.
They're talking about the promo that we ran that they took off the air.
Yeah, they wouldn't let. Anyway, go ahead, keep reading. Now I'm laughing.
Right.
This is the second paragraph, and it says the duo has even mocked Snyder for having his players wear a patch in honor of his late father, claiming he wasn't a big enough part of the franchise to receive such an honor.
Stand by that.
That promoted a call from the Redskins official, which only made matters worse on the air. That's the whole write-up, but that's
okay.
That should be hitting the D.C. area in about a day or 2.
Very good.
What's in Buffalo?
And what is you're the printer. What is the population? What is the circulation of the? What do you print? 15 copies a week? 20 copies a week?
It's probably about 8,000 copies for the D.C. area, but you can even buy it in the Buffalo area, which...
wow.
Who wouldn't want to?
We print the Jets, Giants, Buffalo, and Raiders copies.
Oh, I got it. You're one of those dudes that you see the ads like in the magazine saying, are you a fan? Subscribe to such and such. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you there. Okay. Oh,
bye-bye.
Buffalo, you still there?
Oh. He's gone.
I had to ask him. Man, I don't know why teams like doing this, but if you're going to wear your blue shirts, don't wear blue pants. Your football pants and your football shirt. Yesterday, Buffalo's done this thing. I don't know if anybody's addressed this. Maybe I'm just the only one that gets bothered by this. Their helmets, they're red, okay? And they've got the light blue Buffalo, that's moving allegedly at a lightning pace.
Charging, yes.
Charge. Well, they've changed the color. They've changed the uniforms now. Now their uniforms are dark blue, with little red pinstriping, but the blue in their jerseys is much darker than the blue in the Buffalo on their helmets.
Right.
And then sometimes...
What color are their vests?
And yesterday...
Do they have matching 6-shooters?
Yesterday, they were wearing the dark jerseys with the dark pants, and a lot of teams do that.
The leggings, did they have fringe?
Listen, Mike, it's just a queer look. If somebody got me a color picture out of it,
I've always been...
I think you'd agree.
I usually line up with you on NFL uniform choices. I'm a big believer in don't mess with them. I think they, stay with some of the classic. I mean, I love the Giants uniforms. I really do. I love the old helmet and
I don't even mind the
like white and gray when the Giants are wearing white and gray. Like.
The new Buffalo uniforms, which to me are just retarded. Welcome to the segment, Don's eye for the straight guy. Really, I mean, it is no wonder to me that the Buffalo team has lost 5 times this year, that they didn't do well last year.
No, you play good if you look good.
Yeah, you got to put those things on, those jerseys on. That's okay, but then you go, well, now I got to put.
You know, it is football, and
put the pants on,
scraping your knees and your elbows. Right. What's wrong with leather? A little more leather.
Pardon me?
In the NFL, like leather pants, leather jerseys.
I don't know.
What if we got a Harley look out there? Wouldn't that be a great football team?
And then sometimes I look at other games and I think, well, now what's different about Jacksonville? Well, look, why they're wearing black pants. They're wearing black pants.
That's good for some of those linemen.
And their dark jerseys. And that looks okay.
Yeah. The pure white has always been a challenge for linemen, especially on a hot day.
But then you get up to you work yourself up to the Pittsburgh game,
right.
And we've had this explained many times why they only have the thing on one side of their helmet, and no problem with the Pittsburgh uniforms. I'm watching the Pittsburgh-Arizona game for a while, and I'm trying to figure out why the Arizona Cardinals have the Chinese flag on their sleeves.
Well, that's the stadium. That's the symbol for Arizona, for Phoenix, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it the Valley of the Sun?
Yes, but it looked to me like...
Looks like the rising sun from Japan.
Yes, it does.
Always has.
Yeah.
But you're late to the party on that one. That one's been out there for a long time.
I thought that they had taken that off of the uniform a couple of years ago.
No, that's their symbol, and I think they stole it from Imperial Japan.
And it cannot be trusted. Never can be trusted.
No, remember
You're right,
the Arizona.
Robbie.
Never
That's
again. Right.
Never trust. So anyway, don't do that. All you teams out there, don't do that thing where you wear the same color pants.
Don't do this.
Don't.
Why are you doing this?
Don't do this. Hold on. Gramps is back.
Yes, good afternoon once again.
Is this the same guy from Buffalo?
Yeah, Dude,
I said you wanted him back.
Did I say I want him back?
Yeah, you were going to ask him something.
Yeah, you were going to ask me something.
Never mind. I answered it myself.
Okay.
You don't like the... Hello?
Yeah.
You don't like the dark pants with the dark uniforms, do you? I mean, the shirts and the pants?
I think the whole Bills uniforms are ugly now from the old, what they used to have.
So he agrees with you. Yeah.
Oh,
he's a right-thinking American.
Classic. I'd bring back all the classics. I mean, bring back the Tampa Bay, the fudgesicle uniforms. I'd bring them back, except I would get rid of the fag guy on the helmet. And same with the Patriots.
You mean you bring back the orange colors?
Yeah, but...
I mean the dreamsicle.
What did I say? Fudgesicle?
Fudgesicle.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mike.
I mean, it's a significant correction there. I mean,
I know.
because really, your fudgicle would be not your fudgesicle would not be good at all.
No, I agree. The dreamsicle.
You take the dreamsicle and some of those offensive linemen turn it into a fudgesicle.
And then you take Buccaneer Bruce and you take him off the helmet. You just take him off the helmet.
Yeah, you make it a little more evil pirate.
You make it a little more macho. And let San Diego wear those powder blue uniforms.
Yes, and you never make your pirate a fancy lad.
No, you don't. You're right about that.
With a feather.
Bruce Buccaneer. He had a feather between his teeth.
And it was Bruce Buccaneer, wasn't it?
That was his name.
You get any more gay than that, Bruce?
I don't think so, no.
Bruce, one of your great gay names?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Bruce Buccaneer.
Bruce!
Don and Mike's show. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Of course not.
With what?
I don't know. Being named Bruce.
Right.
Thanks, Bud. Hello.
Yeah, Seattle changed. They were supposed to wear their green pants, but they changed the white. They made a big deal of changing over to white pants. It's going to bring them luck, but...
Yeah, it worked out real well for them, didn't it?
Yeah, really.
I heard that, too. They made a big deal, but they've lost a couple of games, so they decided to wear white jerseys and white pants.
Well, thanks for helping us solve the world's problems, sir.
Thank you. Mike, I brought it up. My own fault. I
know.
I brought it up. Hello, Don and Mike. I'll tell you what is a good-looking uniform.
Right.
And this I mean. The outfit that we have our hired help wearing at Yank.
Oh, yeah. If there's a better-looking uniform that you can find in a convenience store, I don't know where it is.
Now, it's kind of it's an homage, if you will, to the old Taco Bell uniforms.
Yeah.
Where you've got the kind of sloppy beret and the brown top.
Yeah, but our berets are there any better-looking berets? Our berets are more like tam o' shanters.
Yeah, and many Yankets now, you got the three-cornered hat.
Right.
Yep.
I like that. That's managers, Rob.
Oh, okay. Just managers.
The beret that we have, it has the big piece of yarn. It looks like a piece of yarn sitting on top, which is the ball. Yeah. And what's great about that is that you can actually glue or tape specials on that ball, so the actual, your Yankee employees are advertising your product.
Well, they are. We call them HBs, human billboards.
Like if it's half-price Twisty Day, you can put that up on the ball that's on top of the beret.
And I also wanted to ask you guys, since you run the bit, where do you find all those wooden shoes?
The wooden shoes that we got on bulk in a warehouse and actually overseas, which are fantastic.
They wear like iron.
They're clogs, are what they are. Yeah.
We got them from a company called Surf.
Mm-hmm.
And not like surf, like surfing. I think it's CERPHE, I think.
It's a very old company.
Surf makes a variety of different ones, and they're all, if you get them unpainted, they're very, very, very inexpensive. And then they season, almost like a good wooden fence.
Hello, Don and Mike show. And then the hair falls out of them. All the hair falls out of them. Don't ask me why there's hair on our wooden shoes.
I won't.
Hello, Don and Mike. And eventually we have to put the hair plugs in. The wooden shoes.
Yeah, it's ugly when they start to thin. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Tom.
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Okay, my friend.
All right. I don't know if you're still talking about the Bills uniforms.
Yeah.
I kind of missed it a little bit, but I think to solve the problem with those helmets, that old, the lighter blue on there, go back with the old school helmet. White, with the red buffalo.
Yeah, but then you had the Buffalo, if I'm not wrong, the Buffalo, if you're talking about like Joe Ferguson and O.J. Simpson and that, well, that's a Buffalo that looks like he was standing for target practice. Mm-hmm. That was just...
Well, they could alter a little bit.
You gotta,
it looked better than what they got.
You got to have the Buffalo in motion,
lurching forward.
I'm for the lightning movements of the Buffalo, as it were.
Yes. Right.
I'm actually all for that. I don't know what it is about you. We have to do a break here, but I just have to mention that I'm just loopy because of the lunar eclipse. I'm just.
When's that?
It's already passed.
Right. I missed it,
and I believe that for whatever.
Hi, Rob.
I believe that for whatever reason, whatever maladies I had last week my system has been cleansed.
I mean, you think it affected your bowels?
No, just my entire mental state.
Oh, your mental? Yeah, you seem chipper today.
Yes, all because of the crazy lunar eclipse.
Yeah, when did it? We had a full moon, and then Saturday night,
about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, it eclipsed. It was beautiful.
My wife and I we very rarely do this, and it was, picture me doing this, saying I want to look at this. We looked, and the moon at one point was almost completely dark.
Right.
And then there was actually a red, looked like Jello halo.
Saturday night?
On Saturday night
at 8.
And then
they finally put it on at a time where we could watch.
And then I swear to God, we had been out to dinner, and we got into the car, and we were listening to, I don't know, whatever station, 96, 97, 98, 90, whatever, 90-something rock.
Right.
Just one of those generic headbanger stations.
Fill in the blank.
And
999.
And the guy's about 8:30 at night, Saturday night, the guy says, all right, again, Rock 94. So are you liking what's happening right now, the lunar eclipse? We're now going to continue tracking side 2, dark side of the moon.
All right.
Cool. It's Floyd on Rock 94.
That's good.
I'm thinking, no. It's so jive.
Yeah, and jive great.
It's
I
love jive.
It's so jive. God.
Tracking Dark Side of the Moon.
We're tracking the album for you.
You just don't like Dark Side of the Moon as much as I do.
I like Dark Side of the Moon fine.
I love Dark
Can you
Side
think
of the Moon.
of a better time to play it?
I like it. Well, Buzz, I don't... it's not... I'll say this, it's not in my go-to.
I understand.
It's not like I hop in the car on a Saturday, a happy day, and go, give me that Dark Side of the Moon.
Back at American University, that was the album.
Well, anyway.
That was the one. You wanted to get lucky, that's the one you'd play.
You would have been happy because they're tracking it commercial-free.
That was an awesome album.
And I guess it's been so long since the station has tracked an album. The guy was having to explain to the audience, so you're not going to hear anything between the cuts. I'm not encouraging you in any way to record this right now.
Like it would matter.
Yeah, right.
Like it would matter if you're going to record it on your cassette.
But listen, more on the lunar thing. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Take that out. It smells like
Has this ever happened to you? You have a load of beer cans, stolen car parts, drug paraphernalia, rib bones, and tattoo needles that could sink a landfill. And a regular trash bag can't hold that crap. It'll just break.
Clean that up. How are we going to sleep on the floor, huh? And who's that asshole?
You need white trash bags. They're double packed to handle the type of garbage that only white trash can dish out.
Hey, this thing weighs a ton.
I told you your grandmother died.
Hey, look, it's not lifting, it's ripping, and nothing.
White trash bags. In 1-ply, 2-ply, and how the did you get it in their ply?
The Don and Mike Show.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the moonbeam.
Cleansing your ears with a verbal enema.
Yeah.
Don and Mike.
Yeah, BTO. You realize that 1 week from now, I'll look like George Hamilton. Because I will have spent 24 hours in Miami.
That's correct.
Next weekend, this coming weekend. Boy, I hope the Ravens don't pull the rug out from under us. We've gotten permission from our wives, because like Doug Christie of the Sacramento Kings, we were pussy whipped, although not to that extent.
No.
At the request of the Ravens. Rob and I, allegedly, the way it's been laid out, will be flying down to Miami on Saturday with the Ravens on their airplane.
On the team plane, duct taped to your seats.
Yeah, and then stay in the same hotel as the players stay in,
right?
And then go to the game on Sunday in the box with Dave Modell, and then fly back with the team.
Very cool.
And all I'm thinking about is when I see Ray Lewis, when I see him, is it going to be like? I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, twin brothers of different mothers.
Absolutely.
Because I can't tell you how many people have said to me, just in everyday life, the celebrity you most, maybe you don't resemble him so much, but you remind me of,
Of Ray.
The winning personality of
Absolutely.
of Ray Lewis.
Tough guys.
So that's next weekend. Let's hope the Ravens don't let us down on that, Robbie.
Like Ray, you're very approachable.
Absolutely.
And I also wear that, it's not a do-rag that he wears. What's that thing? It's the skull cap.
Yes. You wear that and you wear it well.
The skull cap. And
are you still driving the Navigator limo?
No, Rob, after Atlanta. You know the rules on that.
Yeah. That's right.
Ixnay.
Right.
Ixnay on the Navigator now.
Good luck on that plane after that, Rob.
That was Rob Spiewak that said that.
That was Rob Spiewak.
That's and right.
R-O-B-B.
That's right.
If all goes according to plan, and I've had many chats with Rob Beadir Spiewak over the weekend.
Yes.
If all goes according to plan. Now, I don't want this place to be overrun with our fans because, we have a regional coast-to-coast show.
Right. We do.
But there's a very good chance that Saturday night, out of all of the restaurants in South Florida that we'll be eating at, Rob and I will be eating at the Palm, which I believe will...
They have one down there?
Yeah, they do. And that'll bring our total, I believe, to either 9 or 10.
Well,
yes.
That we've been to. Because
you've memorized the menu.
You're eating there because it's next to the Yank.
Yeah, and it's... I'm trying to think of the radio guy that I was telling that we have a regional coast-to-coast show over the weekend. I was talking to a friend of mine in the radio business who was a little down... because he just got another dick program director. This guy works in a market in Pennsylvania. And the program director came in and did that thing where he comes in and says, you guys are all really great, and I want to say that for at least 30, 60, 90 days, I'm just going to be hands off, and whatever you do, you just do it and make it happen. And the guy says he'd been there for 2 days before the program director called him in and said, let's listen to your air check.
Oh, God.
Which is when you got to sit through a critique with the guy. And now the guy's only been there for 2 days.
Yeah.
The guy's only been in town for 2 days, and he's trying to tell this guy what to do to relate to the people in this community.
Typical.
And what happened was my friend said to him, no offense, I don't think you know a lot about this community. You came from wherever it was, Northern California somewhere. You've been here a week. Dude, you don't know what it's like when it snows here. You don't know what it's like when it gets colder. You don't know what and anyway, bottom line, he got canned.
Sure.
He got canned?
Not surprised.
He got canned, and it was one of those things where he was saying to me, and I don't doubt it, that the guy, the new program director, had a guy that he wanted to bring in who he could
had
get
his own guy.
Yeah, his own guy could get him on the cheap, and this guy had a reputation, God forbid, around this radio station of being a guy with a little bit of talent.
Beware.
No good.
So anyway, he was calling me and he was saying, what should I, God, it's almost the holidays, what should I do? And, we're very fortunate that we're able to do the type of radio that we do. And,
well, it's because we have no appreciable talent.
And I was telling him, that I can relate, and I hope he's listening now, so he'll know that this story is absolutely true. I told him, I remember, I don't know, it must have been 1977, 77 or 78.
Right.
Really, I'd been up on top of the world, working in New York City, working in Pittsburgh, and then I got too big for my britches and then told everybody to F off,
right,
and had to get a job in Evansville, Indiana. So I go from market number 1 to market number 187. And I go from making something like $40,000 a year to making, I ask you not, $78 a week.
Right.
And I'd worked at that station a couple of weeks, and I've told the story before, I won't bore you with it, but it had one of those honor system candy machines.
We had them, any small radio station. They seem to be popular at small radio stations.
And when they called me in to fire me the day before Thanksgiving, they gave 2 reasons. One, they believed that I was taking candy bars and not paying for them. And 2, I had made long-distance phone calls during my radio shift, calling radio friends in other cities.
Right.
Because I thought it was that deal. You work at a radio station, you call anybody.
Well, you know, if you eat enough candy bars and make enough long-distance calls, you can actually match your salary for the week.
So anyway, my message to this guy was, listen, it can get worse, and I'm living proof, so you don't have it that bad, because as I recall, I got fired on Tuesday. Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday. Right. So I get fired on a Tuesday. I have no friggin' idea what I'm going to do.
Right.
On Wednesday, I am not kidding, I swear to Christ, they turned off my electricity because I had not paid my bill.
Was this bottom?
This was
close to it.
It was either live through this or move back with old moms and pops.
Yeah. Didn't want to do that.
Wasn't going to happen. So I remember my Thanksgiving in 1978 being alone in an apartment in Evansville, Indiana, sitting on the floor, watching a battery-operated television and eating some pathetic, it was all those years ago, some pathetic, fast food, but not fast food.
Right.
Because nothing was open on Thanksgiving.
Not even real good. It was Yank food.
Yeah, it was something like that. And I said to the guy, and for the longest time, it took me years and years to get out of the superstition of thinking that because it happened once, I was going to be fired every Thanksgiving.
God, that's bad.
So I would worry about, so I just say to my friend out there, don't worry about it. Yeah. You know, it could be what you've still got power.
Right.
You won't be sitting in a dark room by yourself.
Right. With no electricity?
No electricity. Couldn't call anybody.
Right. Was it cold?
Yeah, not freezing cold.
But you still had to cover up with the blankets pretty good.
And couldn't call anybody because they had turned my telephone off as well.
Boy, that's tough.
So at one point when I would have to go call somebody, because I was saving on gasoline, I would walk to the grocery store and collect calls.
Yeah.
And that's always a great. So you pick them, they go 93 KHJ. There's a collect call from Don Geronimo. I'm calling the front desk at radio stations looking for a job. Anyway, so just hang in there. That was my advice to him.
Good for him.
Hang in there.
Absolutely.
And he had a lot of nice things to say to me about our show and how he listens to our show and he hopes that someday he could do a show like this. And I said, well, if 2 mooks like Mike and I can luck into this.
If we can do it, he can do it.
Well, you can luck into it too. Even if you're working at a station that's doing the tracking the dark side of the moon.
Fantastic programming.
One other radio note. Next Friday, we will be broadcasting in Baltimore. Next Friday, we're doing the show from Baltimore from Live 105.
All right.
And I got a call on sometime over the weekend. I don't remember when it was. It was early. From Big Don O'Brien from WQSR.
Oh, wow.
We love Big Don, and we're big fans of his. And, he's Mr. Baltimore. Let's face it, he does a great show on WQSR, and he was explaining to me the layout. He said, you guys are going to go nuts when you come up here next week because you've got within 30 feet of each other 4 radio stations.
Wow.
You've got our station, Live 105.
Right.
Then you've got his station, the oldie station, QSR. And one door away, you've got Mix, the station that plays, whatever the best mix.
Right.
And then one door from that, you've got the old station Ken used to run, W Light.
Right.
So he said, you guys are literally within 60 feet of walking into 3 other radio stations.
We've done those shows before.
Anytime you want to, but Mike, we've been to markets where they've all been automated.
Right.
These are all live DJs.
All DJs. Wow. Won't they be surprised when we pop in and say hi?
All live DJs. So then Big Don says to me, as it turns out, and I know he won't mind me saying this, because I said to him, I don't give a crap. He wanted to, could he come by the show?
Oh, good.
And I said, of course.
Hello there, Don.
You're welcome to come by the show. And then he started to, he was pitching me on a product that he wants to sell. And I said to him,
a real product?
Well, Mike, here's the thing. And, God, I hope he doesn't get pissed that I'm saying it like this, because I love this guy. You know, the way Dick Vermeil loves Trent Green.
Sure. Right.
But I don't care. He could come on the show anytime he wants to talk about anything he wants. If he started to tell me about this business venture, and my blanket answer was, sure, whatever. Come on in.
Well, what is the product?
It has something to do with the United States Beer Drinking Association.
Oh, dear. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and...
oh, my.
And I guess you join, and you get a certificate that you can print out and put on your wall. And
sure. They have honorary memberships?
There's going to have... why would that be?
Well, because I'd be in that organization.
I'm sure he could tell you. And he's got a cooler that he wants to give away.
Huh.
And
how's he doing?
Well, yeah, here's the thing. I guess he's drinking beer.
Yeah. Again?
Well, when I had seen him over the summer a couple of times, he said, hey, boy, we'll have to get together and go have a beer.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, that's good.
He's got his drinking under control.
Good.
Not that he was ever out of, he was, who hasn't been?
Well, exactly. Everybody's
You're
had
looking
their
at
moment.
the poster child of out of control here,
I think everybody's had their moment. I just would not figure that he would be pushing an organization like that. I'm just surprised.
Well, I think it's the money. It's a business for him.
United States Beer Drinking Association?
I think so, and I ended up just having to say...
I think drinkers don't have enough associations.
I said, listen, whatever it is, just come by. I don't care what it is. You come by with dog ass on a stick, and you're selling it. I'll put you on the show.
And he'll pitch it. He's just a funny guy.
Yeah.
If you've never heard Don O'Brien, he is a funny man.
And then I'm guessing in return for this, not that I need anything in return, because he's a friend and we like having him on. He's funny, and maybe he'll tell us the frozen parrot story.
I think it's close enough, parakeet. I think it's close enough to the holidays.
Yeah.
We're not playing Christmas music, but you could hear the Buddy story, which has to do with the Christmas tree.
So then he said, well, at 7 you'll come across the hall, right? And sit on WQSR. And I said, well, sure, I'd love to, because I really would love it.
I know,
because I'm dumb like that.
So there's a chance you'll be working till midnight on Friday night.
Very good chance. Wow. But anyway, that's the news from Baltimore.
Wow.
The lunar eclipse, people were acting nutty. I'm just going to go through the stuff rapid fire because I want to get to this article in the Sacramento Bee. People were acting nutty on Saturday night. I'm telling you, I saw it happening. I just saw people acting nuts. And it wasn't just people like dropping plates of food. I saw 2 car accidents, true accidents, on Saturday night during this lunar eclipse.
I think because of where I was on Saturday night, I probably wasn't aware of a lunar eclipse due to the fact that when you're in a casino, people act weird anyway. And you isn't a casino designed to not to make you completely unaware of your surroundings?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. No sense of time, no sense of anything.
So I got this from my wife because we had looked at the moon and we talked about it, and then we went to this restaurant to have dinner. And I only attribute this to the nutty moon. That she says to
nutty moon, crazy nutty moon, man.
Out of the blue, she just says to me, "We're just eating our food. We're slicing our food. I mean, we're just this is good. How about you? This is good. I want to move." I'm like, "Hello." She said, "Yeah. I just think we need to be like in an apartment down in the city, back when we were first married." And I said, when we were first married 22 years ago, we lived seriously in a one-room apartment.
Right. In efficiency?
Yeah, in Georgetown. We had the bed was the couch. And I mean, I don't want to go back to that. She said, well, now we could get a better apartment. And I said, but I wouldn't.
You want to stay at the Watergate?
No, here's... And color me stupid, because when she came up, she said, no, we were just having a discussion. She said, tell me why Bart is gone now. We have too much house now. That it's too big for the two of us. Why don't we just downsize a little bit? And when I got past all the stuff, like I like the house that we live in, and we've put so much into it, and it's part of our lives. It came down. I said, and I can pee off the deck.
Yeah.
Whenever I
one of your great freedoms, worth a lot.
That was the one that just boom. That was the uppercut, the body blow.
So do you think this will just be a passing fancy, or do you think
it's just a lunar phase? That's all it is. Because I saw one accident on the way in, when we were looking at the moon with the jello around it. Then we got in there and she said that we left and saw another accident. She not said a word. I got up on Sunday. I said, that talk we had last night. She said, no, don't worry about it. I just wanted to know your feelings.
And you gave her your feelings.
Yes, I said right.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't hide from your feelings.
No, I did not.
That's good.
And Mike, I think I've waited long enough to bring this up.
What's that?
That I know that you, you just mentioned you were in Atlantic City this weekend.
In Atlantic City, yes, sirree, baby.
And boy, was I surprised? I knew that you were seeing 1, 2, 5, 10, 20. I don't know how many ladies you're seeing. I don't know if you're seeing one lady or whatever.
One.
But I knew that you were seeing somebody, and I had that extreme awkward moment when
I think you handled it pretty well.
And I don't think you had. Here's the thing.
You don't think I handled it well?
Here's what I'd say to you.
What's that?
I'm coming down, and Buzz and I are walking out.
Well, there was a choice that was made, I mean, I was like, either like drive fast or wait, and
Buzz,
I figured that, I'd introduce this young lady to Buzz, and I thought that I would do the same for you because you were down there, and I didn't want to drive away from you.
Well, that was nice of you because
you were funny, actually. You were very funny.
Buzz said, hey, there's you just missed Mike and his gal. And I said, whoa, and I walked over by my car, and then you guys drove up.
Right.
She was driving, Mike was in the passenger seat. Right. And I walked over, hey, young lovers, what do you do? Whatever I said, children, what are you doing here? And Mike, who I just got done working with for 5 hours that day alone, see more than I see anybody else, leans out. Shake my hand. Leans out.
Well, I too was a little awkward, and I guess I made you more awkward by doing that, right?
Because I was shaking my hand.
I was awkward. I felt awkward there, I mean, it was like, and then you came over, and Don looks at the young lady, Carla, and he says, I forgot what he said, but hey, have fun, but just to watch out, and does this thing where he does this drinking pantomime, and then followed by a fist in the hand, just make sure it's like, hey, very nice to meet you, hey, watch out for him, and he does the drinking pantomime, and then the fist in the hand. Wow. That was pretty funny.
So she's in the regular rotation.
We're dating. Yeah, we see a lot of each other.
It's okay that I mentioned that then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it? Then may I ask?
I will let you ask until I don't want to answer.
Was that your car she was driving?
Yes.
Intimacy. A sign of intimacy.
What, that she was driving?
Yes, and she was driving your car.
Yeah. Well, we were taking my car down there.
Yeah, but but see, here's the thing. You had a car that was parked here at work.
Yes.
She picked you up in your other car.
Yes.
So, hence.
Guilty.
There you go.
Yes, guilty. Absolutely.
Very lovely. That means that and she seemed very nice.
Yeah.
And,
thank you.
And her high school graduation is when?
Stop it.
How long until?
Stop.
How many credits away is she?
Stop. No, yes, she is younger than me. Yes, you both are very perceptive. If you notice that, there's no question.
For goodness sakes, how could you not?
I know.
She's lovely.
Thank you. I mean, she is lovely. Very, very lovely. Very, very nice person.
And so she went to
a great blackjack player.
She went to Atlantic City,
which is kind of new for me. Which made it a lot more fun.
Did you guys get your room service?
No, I don't think we did, actually.
You didn't get any room service?
Well, now, let's not be crazy.
All right.
Now, stop. Now, you stop. Where's the line, I think. Now, come on now. Come on now.
I think that's a hard 16.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. Dear me. Oh, dear. There I am. I think I'm blushing now. Absolutely. No.
So you were with her.
We had a great weekend.
Friday night up to Atlantic City. Saturday, Saturday night, Sunday. And you didn't get back till late on Sunday. And when may I ask when
Sunday night?
When you'll be seeing her again?
Tonight.
Tonight? Wow. Will you see her tomorrow night?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Haven't decided yet.
Does she have stuff at your place?
No.
You have stuff at her place?
No.
Got anything at her place?
No.
No? How'd she get your car?
What do you mean?
Because you had a car you had already driven to work.
Oh, I signed the title over to her. No, I mean, no.
That's nice.
How'd she get your car then? Did she go to your place to pick up your car?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So does she have a key?
No.
To the house?
No.
To the car?
Well, she'd have to be able to drive it.
So you gave her a key to the car?
Yes. I mean, that day.
Commitment.
Yeah, that's a sure sign.
Commitment.
That's it.
Right there. That's a commitment, my friend. Turn the corner, Tiger.
I don't.
Me proud
Let's
of you.
not get crazy.
Me proud of you.
She's very nice.
Young girl getting it done. You know, and Mike looked terrified when I came around the corner. I didn't know if my fly was down or something. Came around there when you go, hey, how are you?
No, I totally had a chance to escape from you. I had a chance to keep going, and I said, hey, stop the car. I want you to meet Don. That's what I said.
And I'm glad you did. It was just,
she said you were very nice.
The handshake was weird.
Well, I didn't know what to do because you didn't know what to do either. You came over because he immediately. You know what's great about Don is that Don, in a situation like that with me, will just be as goofy as I am with him, and it's kind of fun, and it was kind of fun because he gets this look on his. He immediately goes, hey, hey, hey. And it's unique. You're not. I don't think I've introduced her to anyone and it's funny. And you made me laugh, and we were laughing about that all the way, out there because you did a little drinking sign with, hey, watch out for him. He drinks and then balled a fist in the hand.
I gave her different instructions. I said, take care of our boy.
Take care of our boy.
She's very, very nice. We had a great time.
I think that was done.
Mm-hmm.
Very good then.
Room service. Service with a smile. Well, way to go, Tiger.
Oh, God.
We are proud of you.
That's nice of you to say. And
I'm glad that you finally have come clean with this, that you've got, you've got one in your rotation. You got your main one in your rotation.
Oh, God.
She's your go-to.
I don't know. We're very, very.
She the old reliable yet?
What's that? I would never, probably in a million years, describe her as that. No.
As the old reliable?
No.
Just good friends.
Very good friends.
Having
a lot of fun.
Out of deference to you, I see all the calls now. We're not going to take the celebrity she most resembles, unless you would like to.
I wouldn't know about that. I mean, you guys would do better with that than I would.
And I don't know the girl's name, so I'm going to have to think. It's a lady that I've seen doing sports on Fox Sports Net.
Oh, really?
That would be the celebrity that I think she most resembles. Either that or what's her name? What's that teenage Hillary Duff? How old is she?
16.
Now stop. That'll be quite enough.
All right, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Me? That's why the bosses sent me out here. They wanted me to make sure none of the other crews robbed the joint. Like these two balloon heads over here. They were going to try to bang us out of $200 grand? Yeah, right, I'm sure.
The Don and Mike Show. You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Oh, what a hoot and so totally refreshing.
They're more soothing than a pair of buttery soft moccasins. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Right.
Once again, a black man.
Thank you for pointing that out. Well, let's see. We broadcast to Sacramento as part of our regional coast-to-coast network.
Yes, we do.
Yay! Sacramento, California. Nation's, I think, 25th largest media market. It's a good market for us. We have great ratings.
And a great place to raise your family.
On KHTK. I'm going to preface this by reading you the article before we read the article out of the Sacramento Bee from yesterday's paper, the Sunday paper.
Okay.
I want to just point out that at no point during this are we bringing the name of any other POS disc jockey into this.
Okay. Very good.
Okay? So just let that be known right up front.
Is that a message to the listeners in Sacramento right now?
Yeah.
Is that why you're qualifying this entire segment?
Regardless what the disc jockey after us wants to say about the fact that once again we're commenting on something that's in the news that he just didn't get on his show, and the fact that we're in the newspaper today and yesterday and he's not in the newspaper, and that we're talking about it today, I'm sure he's going to want to try to exploit it to try to get on, the bandwagon here, and we don't care.
Right.
We're not talking about him.
Don't care.
His thoughts about our thoughts don't matter.
Right.
The rule is just go out and do your own show, dude. I feel bad for this guy if all he has, if he's driving to work today and all he's got is the fact that he's listening to us read an article in the Sacramento Bee in which we're quoted and commented on, and he doesn't have a show to do except to comment about us. So even if he does comment about us, we don't care.
We don't care.
Okay? Let that just be kind of a blanket statement. Just that's one of the things I was telling my friend today. This guy I know from Altoona, Pennsylvania, is where he works. Is that, what do you give? He said, you talk about other guys. I said, what do you give a crap about other guys? Don't give a crap about other guys. Get in a fight with a radio fight if you really have something invested in it.
Well, yeah, and I think you're handling that the right way.
And he was saying it because he had a chance to go on another station in town and badmouth the PD. And I said, well, I would advise you to do that unless this PD is a guy who down the road can stab you in the back. You got to wait till you've got more points on your side.
Yeah, you don't do that. It's not really smart. Right.
So anyway, that was just for everybody in Sacramento. We don't care. We know the other disc jockey will talk about us. We don't care.
Don't care.
If it mattered, we talk about it. Okay. So having said that, now let's all enjoy today's installment of a topic that I'm glad we were able to bring to the Sacramento Bee. This basketball player, the pussy whipped one, Doug Christie. This is a story that had been ignored by Sacramento media for months. There was something in the New York Times over the summer about it, and the story never made local news in Sacramento.
We found it fascinating when it came to our attention.
Until we started talking about him and her, and now the Sacramento Bee has finally picked up on this.
Good.
And they do give us some credit for talking about it on our show. And it's a little more insight into the beautiful relationship of Doug and Jackie Christie.
Excellent.
This is from yesterday's Sacramento Bee. The mother of two teenage... boy, see, part of it is I'm trying to read off a very bad fact.
Oh, it's blurry, yeah.
And I'm just going to have to go down to the third paragraph. The wife of King's guard Doug Christie was at a late summer basketball something in Sacramento where Christie...
That's just a horrible fact.
Blah, blah, blah. Then
It
goes to dribbling drills, free throw technique, guarding your man, it didn't matter. Jackie Christie was mere feet away. Apparently, Doug was at some basketball clinic. Jackie was mere feet away, smiles and approving charm. When Doug Christie handed out prizes to participants, he got them from his wife. When he signed autographs at a table to conclude the camp, she pushed the photos his way. Why doesn't she just leave the poor man alone? A woman said in a huff. But that's just it. The man doesn't want to be left alone.
Well, we don't know that.
Christie says his marriage is unique, special, and he and his wife don't much care what anyone has to say about it. Some might suggest,
I like it already.
Yeah.
Some might suggest their relationship is unique, all right. Weird. Unorthodox, even. Let me just point out, Sacramento Bee, I think Mike and I, deserve more than a brief footnote at the end of this article. It should be said right up front, we would have never realized this story was sitting in our effing laps if we hadn't turned on KHTK.
That's right.
And heard it. But now, having said that, let's continue.
Yes. And I'm glad at least they're paying attention.
Christie says his marriage is unique, special, and he and his wife don't care what anyone says about it. Some might suggest the relationship is unique, weird, unorthodox even. At least that's what's said in a lawsuit filed against the Christies, the Kings, the owners, and others by former Kings manager of media relations, Stephanie Shepard, who we got to get on this show.
Oh, do we ever?
She's a hottie.
She was fired on October 7th, 2002. Among the charges in the lawsuit are sexual harassment, and the Christies are at the center of that. Doug Christie is notorious for refusing even basic contact with all women, except his wife, Jackie, said the lawsuit filed May 27th in Sacramento. Jackie Christie is likewise notorious for policing her husband's contacts with women. Among the other complaints in the lawsuit, unlawful retaliation and gender discrimination, she seeks monetary damages from the Kings, the owners, and the Christies. The suit claims that the Christies have unorthodox views concerning marriage, and it's those views that have made the Christies a target for fans across the league and talk radio hosts who skewer and lambaste them for not fitting the sports mold.
Right.
Jack A. Christie cringes at the idea of her husband dealing with women in any manner.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah.
The Christies exchanged hand signals during games. Jack A. Christie literally had her husband's back when she nearly jumped on Rick Fox during Christie's now famous fracas with the Lakers over a year ago. And the Christies plan a countersuit against Shepard, who the Christies felt was getting too close for comfort. So, is Christie out under his wife's thumb? Absolutely. Christie has said as much. Quote, "If you could feel as good as I feel to be whipped, you'd be whipped too."
Well, that's what he's saying now. Now, we have to point out that everything he is saying is what she'd love him to say.
But at least he admits he's whipped, and I think that's the first step.
Christie said his relationship...
For breaking out of it?
Yeah.
Christie said his relationship doesn't sell in the public mainstream. They're not Hollywood. They don't want to be. The Christies aren't likely to be on Temptation Island either. Not with their pact of being absolutely true to each other, to the point that the only women Doug Christie might lay eyes on for longer than a moment outside of his family would be a drive-through attendant handing him a bag of fries.
Where's that come from?
Now, this is not us. This is the Sacramento
Yes,
team.
you can go to the drive-through, Jeff.
Can I look
at... It's not Jeff, it's Doug.
Yeah.
I keep thinking
Jeff Christie's wrestling.
Right.
But can I look at... What if she gives me the bag?
You don't have to make direct eye contact, Doug. You can pick up the French fries and look down.
Doug Christie said he had no reason to look at other women in any fashion, and his wife is plenty pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
He said it's not about taking orders from his wife. It's about respect. He said he is zoned in on two things, family and basketball. The Christies have gone to great lengths to keep their marriage pure. Christie might be the only NBA player who regularly wears his wedding ring in practice and games, covering it thickly with tape so as not to scratch an opponent. He parts with it under no circumstances, and the Christies may be the only couple in America who renew their wedding vows every year in full regalia with a ceremony and a cake. They've done it for 9 consecutive summers, the last time with hard hats on the foundation of their 11,000-foot square house. Their 11,000 square foot house. I'm sorry, square foot.
It's 11,000 feet tall and it's square.
No, so they got married with hard hats on the foundation of their 11,000 square foot house.
Well, isn't that special?
Still under construction near their native Seattle. And then there's the most visible demonstration of togetherness. Where Doug goes, Jack A goes. Yeah. If there is a Read to Achieve function through the NBA at a local school, she's seated next to him. And they're wearing matching Cat in the Hat hats.
I feel for the man.
Poor man.
I do feel for the man.
Jack A. Christie is the only wife of the Kings player, and perhaps the only woman in the league who regularly travels with the team via the team charter. She doesn't sit with the other players. She sits with her husband in their private solitude, where they read, plot new points for a book they're planning on how others can strengthen their relationship.
Oh, here we go, yeah. And then there's another warning sign. Yeah.
Or pour over the designs for a just-launched clothing line that bears her name. They exchange notes before games. They have matching tattoos that read, Infinite Love. On road trips, Christie makes a beeline to his wife after competition. They embrace and wander off, hands clasped. Sometimes they dine with Kings teammates on the road. Mostly they hole up in the hotel, order room service, and watch movies. I mean, can you imagine if, like, for instance, you're Vlade Divac, you're a guy on the team.
Okay.
And if the guys are walking around and going, Hey, you want to go get some drinks tonight, huh?
Yeah, it's a good game. Good. Let's go out. Let's have a little fun. Let's unwind.
Hey, Doug, you want to go get a drink? Well, okay, but my wife has to come.
What?
F that. Let me see. Jack A. Christie admits she has fears about the NBA road lifestyle.
You think?
Mean, the whole reason that we got on this isn't this nuts?
Yes.
The people of Sacramento are finally realizing what we realized a couple weeks ago. This is nuts. There's no way for some poor schmuck to be married.
They're wearing cat in the hat hats. Matching. Come on.
Twisted.
He's an adult.
Jack A. says she trusts her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Hold on. She does not trust other women.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I got to pull it out.
Oh, please.
I got to pull it out. I trust my husband, just not other women.
Stay.
Right. Let me see. She travels with the team. She doesn't trust other women.
See?
Right.
See?
Stay.
Let me see. She understands every year harassment and paternity suits are filed with NBA players after liaisons with NBA players. And this year, the Kobe Bryant case hovers over one of the league's superstars who had tried to cultivate a squeaky clean image. However, I should point out that this was, to the best of my knowledge, not something that was done in reaction to the Kobe Bryant situation. This has
been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Jack A. Christie has seen the women who hover around the hotel lobbies. She knows athletes can be weak to seduction. She heard the words uttered last summer by Tammy Anderson, who was once married to Kenny Anderson. He was an NBA guard. I don't think there's a faithful man in the NBA. And if he's out there, his wife has a very short leash on him.
Yeah.
Still, Christie does not consider his commitment to his wife to be a leash, because he never strains to break free.
He's a well-trained dog.
How sad is that?
So it's kind of
How sad is that?
broken. It's kind of like having the leash and the invisible fence.
Listen, man.
He's broken.
Feel your balls. Put your hands in there. Feel your testicles. You feel those? You know what those are? Those are your nuts. God. Here you go. He doesn't consider his commitment to his wife a leash because he never strains to break free.
Right.
And his teammates, this is where they start to lie in my humble estimation, don't see it as a choke collar either. Chris Webber, C-Web, went so far as to say the man with the most complete life and the one nobody worries about is Christie. In fact, Christie is one of just 3 married active Kings players. Everyone, said Chris Webber, looks up to Doug. You know what that is? That is fear of Jack A.
Sure.
That is fear.
Well, it's permeated the team.
Yeah.
See?
How can this team possibly look? You know, my God, I'm thinking if I'm on another team and I get out against Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
I would think you'd trash talk him more than anybody. I bet they do. I would assume they do.
They have to.
Now, listen to Chris Webber, who I guess has been roped into this. You believe this? I value their relationship so much. I appreciate the family structure. People should respect it, not trash it. The Christies should be applauded. I know that Doug is the only person I go on to this team for personal advice and personal issues, because he is so mature and he has great character. Really, was that a written statement, or was that something that actually came out of Chris Webber's mouth? You know, I can't picture Chris Webber saying that.
One of the things we haven't said when we've been talking about this, if you're talking about trust, if you have trust and you have that, then you have you don't need to fly on the team plane.
Don't need the leash.
Reserve guard Anthony Peeler said while he and Christie are the same age, 33.
And you make the statement you don't trust other women. It's not that you don't trust your husband. You don't trust. Well, if you trust your husband, then you don't have to worry about the fact that you don't trust other women.
Shouldn't be an issue.
He's rubbing off on me, Anthony Peeler said. I told my fiancé he calls his wife every day, and she wants me to call her every day. I'd love to have that kind of relationship with my fiancé. Liar. And although Christie's opponents might whisper that they think the relationship is strange, that he may be too good, they won't say so on the record. About the harshest that any rival player would offer about the Christies was a raised eyebrow, or, quote, it's different. Okay, we're gonna break here because we're only halfway through this, and
you know that the conversation's in the locker room.
And we're just getting to the good part. If I just go a couple of paragraphs ahead. The Christies were comedic fodder about 60 times during a 3-hour block for the nationally syndicated Don and Mike show that aired on the King's flagship station, KHTK.
That many.
The hosts dared the Christies to defend themselves and dared listeners to explain their relationship.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, this is good. Okay. Spotlight. Robbie, I need a fanfare because we're doing a spotlight.
Spotlight on the Christies.
For God's sake, Mike, spotlight on Sacramento.
Yay!
Sacramento in the house. The good part of this article, the part that mentions us, when we come right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
See that hot dog out there off Malibu? That's me, Frank Gifford. Waiting for a good set of heavies to come up. Like this, my wife, Maxine. Boy, when you get a big one and catch it right, you can ride that almost to the beach. Man, after a few of those, you're ready for a rest and a cigarette. When you get lucky, you get the taste to start with, the taste to stay with. And that's the taste of my wife, Maxine. It's smooth and rich. So if you want the taste of my wife, Maxine, look for the big red bullseye. Get lucky.
The Don and Mike Show. Darling. The Don and Mike Show.
All right, let's take a call or two.
No matter what.
And then we'll continue with this article. And we're going to try to play the MILF game today. Good. We didn't get to that last week. Hello, a lot of people have been waiting a long time. Sorry we haven't gotten to your calls. Hi, Don and Mike Show.
Hi.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, Don. Hi, Mike.
Hi there.
How you doing, guys?
We're doing great, thanks.
I was just wondering if either of you two watched either the Elizabeth Smart story last night or the Jessica Lynch story.
Did you watch any of the TV movies?
I watched the football game, and I couldn't, in both cases, I found the Jessica Lynch thing was on NBC, right? Mm-hmm. Which would be why during football, when CBS was doing the promos for 60 Minutes, they would say, regardless of what you believe about Jessica Lynch, meet the man, the Marine, who truly saved her life.
Oh, right. Counter-programmed against the TV movie.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, and then I watched a couple of seconds of the Elizabeth Smart thing, and it just seemed to me to be totally wrong that you don't, your daughter's kidnapped by a crazy guy.
Yeah, and aren't they going out to promote it? The parents? Are the parents promoting it like people would promote a Hollywood movie?
Right. I don't know. It's
just a little odd, it seems.
The dad is the dad in the Stuart Little movies. Not Stuart Little, but he's in other bad movies.
He's that character actor.
Is he really?
Yeah, that bland, generic kind of, hi, how are you?
I don't know. I didn't dig it. Thank you for the call, though. I guess that's one of the things people are talking about today.
Around the water cooler.
Did either of you watch the Jeffrey Tambor show, Arrested Development?
No. Yes.
Third episode last night, and it's still very, very funny.
It is. I want to check that out.
You gotta watch it. It's a good show.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
We're doing very well, thanks.
All right, I'm from Sacramento, and you guys are, why'd you let the cat out of the bag?
Right, see you later.
Yeah, the best kept secret.
Okay, here we go. Back to the article from the Sacramento Bee.
There she is.
Put it back in the bag.
I will. Put it back.
Stuff it back in the bag.
Put it back.
Keep it quiet.
Put it in the bag.
Click, click.
There you go. To the bag. Let me see. Okay, back to this article, Sacramento Bee, about Doug Christie, the guy that we've talked about, off and on for a couple of weeks here. But the harshest any rival player would offer about their situation, this guy and his wife, Jackie, was a raised eyebrow or it's different. Mm-hmm. Christie is doggedly determined during games, all long arms, quickness, and instincts in pursuit of errant passes and open jump shots. He's inherently shy otherwise, introverted, well-spoken, well-read. Oh, he must be colored if they wrote he's well-spoken.
Yeah, that's the number one, isn't it? Especially for old people.
Yeah. His wife is more sociable, though plenty ferocious when challenged. As Christie puts it, Jackie isn't a woman to be messed with. When he played for the Toronto Raptors, Jackie Christie intercepted a young female fan who sought an autograph and a kiss from her husband, saying later, she was touching someone she shouldn't have been.
Am I the only one that thinks, having heard you read that New York Times article, that maybe the The great busy writers at the Sacramento Bee perhaps took a Xerox copy of the New York Times article and...
I'm just bringing people up to speed on this. Let me see. In Shepard's lawsuit, this is new news, right. the one from the Kings who was fired, she alleges she was barred from contact with Christie as delivering phone messages to him at practice. Her lawsuit claims that Jack A. Christie's discomfort with that interaction is one of the reasons for her dismissal. Bradley Marshall, who is Doug Christie's agent and lawyer for the couple, said Friday from his Seattle office that his clients will file a defamation countersuit within a week. He insisted it will not settle out of court.
Wow.
My guy's been getting pounded for a whole year on this, Marshall said, of public perception in the Shepard suit. I think Ms. Shepard sensed vulnerability here, and rather than respect the Christies as a couple, she piled on. Nobody could be reached for comment. Through it all, Jack A. Christie offers no apologies for who she is and what she's about. She once admitted she has a jealous bone in her body as long as her 6-foot frame. She said she protects what is hers. And she says there's one boss in her family. It's Doug, she said.
Right.
Lying. Lying. You know the word I'd love to use. Doug wears the pants in this family. For real. Now listen, how bad is this? How badly pussy-whipped are you when they're doing an article on you and it's your wife that has to say you're the man?
Well, also, how much does this take away, really, from your playing when it's such a huge part of your PR?
This is so funny. Doug wears the pants. I have 100% respect and trust in him. If he didn't want me with him, he'd tell me. Honey, that is 100% BS.
I'll drink to that.
I guarantee you say to your man before he's going on a road trip, it doesn't have to be anywhere exotic. Let's say they're going to Memphis. And he says, honey, I'd rather you didn't make the trip.
Right. On this particular trip, I'd like you to stay home. Oh.
Can you imagine? Wow. If he didn't want me with him, he'd tell me. As for me going on the road, if I didn't go with him, people would doubt my love for him.
Wrong.
I love him to death.
Yeah.
Okay, hello. Right. And he loves me. That's all we care about. See, the thing is, who are the people? If you saw Doug Christie and you said, where's his wife? And they said, well, she's at home. Would you immediately go, oh, my God, she doesn't love him.
She doesn't love him. She's not with him. She's not 15 feet away from him.
Christie said he'd prefer to keep his relationship private, but it's not easy because he's an NBA player, a celebrity, and in every game he plays, he acknowledges his wife with those hand signals that represent I love you.
A lot of contradictions in this story.
As many as 60 times per game.
Yeah, wants to keep his relationship private. Right.
The Christies were comedic fodder for 60 times during a 3-hour block of the nationally syndicated Don and Mike show that aired on King's flagship station KHTK before the Kings opener October 29. The hosts dared the Christies to defend themselves and dared listeners to explain their relationship. Fans from across the country, including Sacramento, had their say. One was certain that Jack A. Christie demanded her husband shave his head to look more menacing. Jack A. Christie laughs at this, saying she hated to see the hair go, but it was purely his decision. So what this tells me is that they sat down with this lady, Jack A.
You think they brought us up to her?
They have. We heard people on the Don and Mike show, so it continues. One fan, and again they're talking about people called in on our show.
Right.
One fan said the Christie's lifestyle would keep the Kings from being soured by an incident the way the Lakers are around Kobe Bryant. Christie said he led a more carefree lifestyle once, something he wouldn't teach his children now. Then he met Jack A. 13 years ago. She knew of Christie, not having grown up not too far from him in Seattle. She remembered him as the skinny, smiling kid playing video games in his mom's convenience store. She was leery about dating an athlete with all the stories of promiscuity.
I wonder if it was a Yank food store.
No, but she said Christie was different, and he remains different. Christie credits his wife for making his life complete, comfortable, ideal. He's played his best ball in recent seasons as a result. Jack A. Christie does not attend practice to feed Doug outlet passes, nor does she go to every road game. In fact, she did not fly with the team to Minnesota on Wednesday.
Wow. How about that?
Though she watched from home as the Kings prevailed in overtime.
She doesn't love him. She doesn't love him. She didn't go to that game.
On national TV, Christie still offered the hand signals and a few choice words that he normally doesn't. In the final moments of regulation, Christie pleaded for his teammates to get the blanking, I'm guessing effing, but it's an expletive, get the expletive ball to Vlade. A woman seated near the Kings bench noted, I can't believe his wife would let him talk like that.
Oh, no.
God. As the contract expires at the end of the 2005-06 season, he said he'll retire, devote his time to his family. The person who knows him best isn't so sure. Right, the lady who knows he's got like $10 million coming in a year, I think he'll keep playing because he loves it so much, Jack A. said. The next career involves Jack A.'s clothing line.
Oh, dear.
Doug Christie, an accomplished artist who draws a lot of cartoon characters, already helps design a lot of the leather handbags.
Oh, no. No.
See if I get something to throw my faggot.
Oh, God.
So, here's Christie, unrelenting in high tops and designing women's apparel. And the final word of the story goes from his lawyer here. Hey, this guy is no wimp, said Marshall, the Christie's lawyer. Did you see how he dealt with Rick Fox? He's a man's man. People don't understand how he can be a gentleman to his wife and not be a wimp. He's comfortable and happy with who he is. NBA players are under so much scrutiny, if a married couple doesn't bind together, they won't make it. That's the story from your Sacramento Bee.
Lovely. Little new information in there, very similar to the New York Times article.
Crazy.
And there it is.
Crazy, and we
now it seems to be the spotlight out in Sacramento.
We offer this spotlight on the King's flagship station to have these two crazy people, have this nutty, I don't even care about him, just get this nutty lady to come on the show. Come on, honey, tell me why it is that people would think you don't love your husband if you didn't go to a Memphis Grizzlies game.
Yes, exactly.
Explain to me how if they're playing, I don't know, the Miami Heat, how somehow everybody's going to think you don't love him.
I'd ask her the question about if you say you trust your husband and you don't trust the women, well, if you trust your husband, then you don't have to worry about the women.
Why don't you follow?
Isn't that the way it works?
Why are you following your husband? Why don't you go to the stadium and follow all the women that you deem to be hot? Why don't you go to the stadium? Do like they would do like...
And don't you think the majority of human beings have long, jealous bones in their body? They just keep it in control.
Yeah, right. Do that Van Halen thing where Van Halen would go out before the crowd. They'd send a roadie out, and they would bring back like the top 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 girls backstage, and the guys, one at a time, Michael Anthony would go, okay, I'll take you and you and you, and they'd go with him, and then Sammy Hagar would say you and you, and they'd go with him. Do the same thing at the arena. Find the women that you think are the hottest, the women that offer you the biggest challenge. Pull them aside, and then follow them. But don't follow your husband.
Yeah, it just seems to me that while you're saying it's trust and love, it's not. It would seem to me it would be the opposite.
Like protective custody.
Really.
Yeah. And this part about the collar, I feel bad. I feel bad for them. Well, first off, I'm not even going to think about them wearing their matching Cat in the Hat.
That's another sad image. Him designing a purse is a bad image.
Very sad.
Yeah. Let me. Anyway, he's got the leash, and he says it's not a leash because I don't mind wearing it. Right. There you go. That's Doug Christie. That's the Don and Mike Show, making news in Sacramento.
Very good. Cool. Nice to see that they got into the paper, and I'd love to hear from the lady that's filing the lawsuit. I'd love to hear from her. We probably can't because she's probably not allowed to talk about it.
But wouldn't it be great?
But I'd love to get any other witnesses that have maybe been in contact with these people that have seen something.
Here's the thing. This is the cover-up of all cover-ups.
Yeah.
And I don't believe this stuff in the newspaper with Chris Webber. I mean, it's what they have to say.
That's right. I believe he said it, but he said it doing the PR thing.
Right, that's what I mean.
Like what athletes do with reporters.
Is there no one on the Sacramento Kings or no one in the front office who has the balls? We'll give you...
I'd like to know, hey, does anybody on the team, and this is a legitimate sports question, feel that it's a distraction from the game itself.
What
if he's doing this.
We'll give you the anonymous thing. We'll turn on the machine so nobody recognizes your voice.
Yeah.
Just call up and say, yeah.
And are you a woman that maybe was ever in proximity to Doug Christie and had felt the wrath of Jack A?
And my God,
I mean, I think it's fascinating.
What if we started a contest? And understand, this is just tossing out an idea. First woman in Sacramento to bang this guy. Just throwing it out there. I'm saying, don't have a prize, don't have anything, but...
No, I don't doubt it wouldn't happen.
You want to be the first? I
don't think it could happen. I mean, he's in the protective custody.
Yeah. And there is one good question here that deserves to be answered. Debbie, Don and Mike Show. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Don, I was curious, where are their kids when she's traveling with them?
That's a good question. And they have kids, right?
It was mentioned in the article. I hold on. There was one part I did want to read. I didn't want to mention their kids' names. I don't think they got anything to do with this.
Do you have a cage for them? Or?
No, actually, Buzz, the answer is...
2. They have 2, correct?
They have maybe 3, and the answer is that the mother-in-law stays at home. The mother-in-law stays home with the children while she travels.
They're home.
There you go.
Because the mother-in-law lives with them.
So why worry about bringing up your kids?
Right.
Let grandma do it. So you can go out and you can make sure that no women are looking at your husband.
Yes, very good.
Jesus.
Good question.
All right, thank you, honey.
You.
Bye-bye. Hold on, we'll give you a prize because that's an excellent question.
She's gone.
Or you can just forget it. We'll give it to charity.
Yeah.
We'll give that prize to charity.
Good idea.
Now, a game that we... I'm lying about that. I mean, let's be honest.
Right. What do you have that would benefit a charity?
What charity? Hold on. It's a pizza from Papa John's.
That would benefit a charity.
That'd be nice.
All right, well, Robbie, let's give this pizza to somebody from Papa John's. And the core prize pack. Well, now you got to have a TV, though, to watch the core on pay-per-view from Cox Cable.
Most shelters have TVs.
Comcast Cable. Yeah, there you go. All right, in the shelter.
And the pizza's really good, yeah.
This music means we're going to try the MILF game. Now, we tried this once last week. I think it's going to work. It just didn't work because we had too many other things happening on this particular day. Here's the deal. You call us up and you tell us why your mom's a MILF. You know, Mom, I'd like to F. And then what we'll do is pick the hottest mom based on your descriptions. And please be graphic. I mean, if your mom's got, nice teeth, tell us. She got a nice ass, tell us.
And, age is no restriction.
That's right. And then what we do is we'll pick...
You could have an 80-year-old.
We'll pick the guy who has the
we need to have the adults call in.
That's right, yes.
You're getting adults to call in about the MILFs,
I understand.
But, Mike, really, what 80-year-old outside of, maybe 1 or 2 women in Connecticut would possibly fill that? See, when you said 80, I'm not,
yes, you were.
I know.
Yes, you were going there, and stop it, you.
Well, I only went there because you went to think about the 80-year-old.
I know. But I just said it would be comical, to have the age range, What age parameters are we looking for? What do you? It's your game. You created it.
I'm thinking about a 20-year-old guy, a 25-year-old guy. His mom's maybe 45 or 50.
Very good.
Just to the point where it would still be awkward enough. Even if you're 21. Because that's the age you got to be to...
And isn't the whole concept awkward, too? Especially a guy calling and talking about his mom.
You're saying your mom's a MILF.
And there's no reason that people in this area couldn't have a 20-year-old guy with a 35-year-old mom.
It happens. It happens maybe a little west of town.
It could, but in the region.
Right, so...
In the overall region, Rob, I think you're right on.
So your mom's a MILF, and then you call us and tell us why, and then...
You're right on.
And then what we do is we call her up.
Call the holler.
We make you tell her why she's such a MILF, and then I think the prize today is $100.
Right.
So the phone number is 877-365.
I look forward to these
3636.
Men that'll be calling up for this contest.
Men and young men.
Men and young men.
Men of tomorrow. MOTs.
Sure, absolutely. And be anybody that's enthusiastic to call in. This is going to be fascinating interviews.
And what I see, Joe, no girls, please. Don't you agree it's more awkward with guys playing than with girls playing?
It is.
Because girls got that whole thing like my wife has with your wife, Buzz, that whole lesbo thing.
Yeah.
I mean, girls got the thing. Girls, for instance, women can kiss.
It's an easier call for a girl to make about her mom.
Yeah, it's no oogie factor.
Right, because, the mom would take it as a compliment from the daughter.
Exactly.
From the son, she might
take it as a compliment, but it'll always be a little bit disturbing. In an Oedipal way.
Yeah. There's that dude I like again.
Oedipus.
Right.
It lives right next to Suppository.
It's the Don and Mike Show.
I've never had meatloaf this good. What do you do to it?
My secret is I only use fresh tomatoes, never canned. And to give it that little extra zip, I mix in some Spam with the ground beef.
Can't get this in a restaurant in New York.
The Don and Mike Show.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Please remember to wake them and feed them a cherry pie. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
All right, I find this hard to believe. All 22 lines are ringing, or were ringing when I went to break. Apparently, when they explained the game, yes, they got one guy.
Really?
One guy.
One guy that really understood the concept?
One guy on our regional coast-to-coast radio show.
Considers his mom to be his mother, to be a MILF.
His mamo. Let's go to Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, my friend, where are you calling from?
Wichita.
Right.
Hey, Buzz. Feeling proud?
I'm shocked. KFH FM, KFH AM.
That's it.
So your mamo. Well, now I see the other lines ringing, but we're going to go with Matt first because he was actually one of the first to call. And then
you excited about this, Matt?
What's that?
Don't worry about it.
When the others were calling and the game was explained, they hung up.
So that conversation would just go. Hey, so I have to discuss. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Don't be ashamed.
Anyways, I got a MILF, and it might be a little different than what you're looking for.
Why?
Oh, dear. You know, whenever that's a call from Wichita.
Why is that, sir?
Well, you know, it depends on what your definition of a MILF is. See, for me...
Well, I think the MILF itself, the acronym is basically the...
Mom, I'd like to F.
That's the right, I understand that, but the reason for the effing is what I'm talking about.
Oh, dear.
See, the reason I believe my mom is a MILF is because I like it when she takes her dentures out so she can gum it.
See,
now, see, no, you
see,
don't.
now this is just
you've not
this
grasped,
was tomfoolery.
You've not grasped the concept.
God, I hope. Well, you know, whatever. To each his own. But hey, I think it qualifies in my book.
Well, so is that something you like, sir?
Gumming? Yeah, I have a gumming fetish. It's just hard to find a 20-year-old that's had her teeth knocked out. You know, it's.
Well, let me just.
You know, sometimes when we play these kind of games, it's very similar that if you've got a nice clear stream and you take a stick and you stir the stick in the bottom of the stream,
I thought you were talking
and
about
everything kind of floats up to the top.
A urine stream, I thought.
Well, it could be if you whatever your stream is, it's fine. That would be pieces of feces in the urine stream.
Your mom, shocking. Your mom. You don't get it. Okay, goodbye.
I don't think he does.
Goodbye. Let's try. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, is this Don?
Yes, Don and Mike. Are you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
I absolutely love you guys.
Thanks. You calling about the MILF game?
No, actually, I'm not talking about the MILF game.
You're not.
No. The reason I was calling is because my wife just got boob implants. And
what does that have to do with the MILF game?
Congratulations.
Absolutely nothing to do with the MILF game.
Just very excited.
That's the reason why I called you.
Well,
so
this little girl had knocker. Right, congratulations on your wife's boob.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it possible that we would open up the MILF game to husbands?
No.
Fathers? No.
No, it's fathers and their daughters. Yes. But
grandfathers is what you're saying. Grandfathers.
Grandfathers, yeah. Then that would be.
You are the master.
Hello. Don Mike Show. Hey, Grandpa.
Hey, I'm calling about the MILF game.
Of course you are. What's your name, my friend?
Ron.
Hi, Ron. Where are you from?
Wichita.
Let me.
Buzz, are you feeling proud again?
It's an epidemic.
Spotlight off Sacramento. Spotlight on Wichita.
I think we've tapped into a market
And
here.
I have done it, and I got caught last weekend.
And you got what? His phone's breaking up.
He said he has done it, and he got caught last week.
Yeah.
You're not talking about what I'm thinking you're saying.
You got caught effing your mother?
Yeah, I got caught effing her by my buddy.
I think that we've really struck a chord in Wichita. They seem nervous about this.
Let me give you the.
You did.
Let me give you the concept one more time.
Okay, here's the concept. I'm working on a truck over at his house.
Oh no, I was going to explain the contest, but go ahead, sir.
Okay, I was working on her truck, and he went to get lunch,
and this is just the worst cell phone.
Yeah. No, that's God interfering right there.
I think he was talking about his friend's mom. That's what I got. He was over at her house working on the truck.
But Rob still, no matter how wonderful that story would be,
it's not your own mom.
He's not understanding the concept.
And maybe
it's Wichita, and they just don't get it.
Maybe he does want to F that other mom. Well, that's...
Well, Don, I think it sounded like he had.
You know who lives in Wichita is Eileen Cunningham and Son.
Mike. Hello, who's this?
I'm sorry, Mike.
Hello, who's this?
This is Don.
Don, where are you from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore, right, Live 105.
Love it.
All right, here you go. Spotlight on Baltimore.
Are you calling about the MILF game?
That I am.
Great. Is your mom, in your opinion, a MILF?
Yes, and I can tell you why.
Now, someone who finally has the concept, why is your mom a MILF?
All right. Well, let's see. She's 5'7". She's got a great ass. And I know this is creeping me out as much as it is Mike.
Good. That's good. That's good. I like you playing the game.
All right, so your mom has a nice ass, and?
Right. Well, all my friends, were digging her. And here's the kicker. She got implants about 2 years ago, so she's got some double Ds right now that kind of makes it uncomfortable to hug her, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
How old is your mom?
She's a young one, so she is 43.
43.
43.
What's her best physical asset? Is there new fake boobs or her tight ass?
Well, she's a pretty blonde too, so if you let me off a little easy, she's got a pretty.
This guy's just playing the game so perfectly, even right down to his slight discomfort with this.
You understand, to win the money, you'd have to call your mom and say that you and your friends think she's a MILF, and then you would have to tell her that you really like what you said to us. You like the implants.
May I pick a little bit further here, Don?
Got a tight ass? Yeah, go ahead.
Your friends, sir. Could you offer any stories about your friends and your mom that maybe what they've said, what they how they behaved, if perhaps there was a late night of drinking involved and something happened. I mean, give us a little of that. Anything that would contribute to this theory you have that your mom is a MILF.
I'll do you one better.
Thank you.
A bunch of my friends came over, and a good friend of mine named Adam was kind of saying to me to another buddy of mine, talking about my mom, and I overheard him. So me and my mom were kind of cool, so I told her what the conversation was, and her response is, well, gosh, I never had a black man.
Wow. So Adam is a black guy?
Adam is a black man.
And do you think your mom would F him?
I'm not sure she has or not.
You're going to have to throw that in, too.
Yeah.
She'll know the name Adam. She hasn't forgotten him, I'm sure.
No, I bet. So if we were to call your mom up, and what's the lucky lady's first name?
Mary.
Beautiful Mary.
We could call Mary up. You'd have to say, Rob A would tell her she's on the air, but you'd have to say, I think you're a MILF because my friends would like to F you. Just all the stuff you said. Since you had your implants, your breasts are looking fantastic. And incidentally,
your height, you're blonde.
What is it that you like best about your mom's breasts now that she's had the job?
I wouldn't mind putting her breasts on my wife, to be honest with you. They stand out like torpedoes. I mean, they're not pointing to the ground.
I will tell you, sir, I am sure your wife would be thrilled to hear that.
And, not that you've seen them, but your mom's nipples, have they has anything happened to them?
I'm sorry, I can't comment on that. Although my wife was telling my mom how she got her nipples pierced, and my mom is considering that idea at this time. So I don't know if she's actually.
So your mom is quite the hipster. Well, she's a young woman, relatively speaking.
All right, so let's review. You'd have to tell your mom that you approve of her breast job, that she has a tight ass, that your black friend Adam has said that he would like to F her. And
you guys are going to make Thanksgiving very difficult.
Exactly.
What is your mom's sexiest quality that makes her a MILF?
Besides the normal physical attributes, is the way she walks?
God.
Does she have a come hither? Does she...
She's a bit of a flirt. Let's just put it that way.
Who would be? Can we offer this? Let me offer this. The celebrity that she most resembles.
A less scary version of Dolly Parton.
A less scary. That's a one. I think that's great. Dolly Parton, I think, is a very beautiful woman.
All right, now,
Well, without all the cosmetic surgery, you know what I mean?
Right, of course.
Well, no, but your mom's
except
had,
for the implant.
Your mom's had some.
Yeah.
Don, hold on and give that number to Joe.
I got it.
Oh, we got
You got it,
All right,
yeah.
hold on a second.
Working 9 to 5.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don, would you be satisfied with this caller that he seems to be playing the game properly?
Yeah. No, I think this guy gets the thing. And now we got nothing but guys on the line that seem to understand.
Well, you have to have an example. You have to have somebody that plays it properly, and then they join again, and perhaps someone is be able to block out some of those Wichita calls.
2 rings.
2 rings. Come on, Mary. Well, maybe she's out getting some.
Mary?
Mary?
Okay, sorry about that.
I
missed Don.
What happened?
Don, hold on. Rob misdialed. So what do you think your mom's doing right now?
She's probably working.
She's working? Where do you think she's working?
Well,
She's working her mojo. She's working the little man on the boat.
Ooh.
I used to like you guys.
You still do.
Hey, you called for the MILF segment.
I know.
You're the first one. You have to understand. We have to do it right with you. It's going to be fine.
You think your mom's still Bates?
She's still what?
Bates?
Well,
Dave?
leave her a message. She's not there.
Oh, she's not there.
Never
Hi,
mind.
Mary. This is Rob, and I'm calling you.
No.
She's a fan of your show, too, so.
Never mind.
Goodbye.
Rob. Goodbye. Bye then.
Bye-bye then.
Bye then. All right, listen. Oh, that's not a. That's a loser.
Hey, Don?
Yeah.
Hey, Don, listen. If John or somebody wants to call me back, I have the home phone number. I could give it to him, but I'd have to look at it.
Your mom's home phone number?
Yeah, it's on my cell phone. I can't look at it while
I
I'm
got
talking
you.
to you.
Listen, no problem. You got the WWE Survivor Series.
Well, would she be at home?
You know what? She probably would have answered her cell phone if she was available. So.
Film is WWE Survivor Series live on Sunday. Demand pay-per-view. Call Comcast or Cox Cable. Thank you. Let's try this with one other guy. Let's go to. Now, Mike, we do have one call from Kansas.
Okay. Another. Wow.
And another one from Virginia and one from New York.
Hot moms in Kansas.
Scott.
Hello.
Is your mom a MILF?
No, she's a Smilf.
I don't get that.
Spell it out.
What is that?
She's a stepmom.
She's a
stepmom.
Stepmom. I'd like to.
Stepmom.
No.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, no, you didn't come from her love canal. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Who's this?
Carl.
Carl?
Yes.
Hey, dude, is your mom a MILF?
Yeah, well, my friends think so. I've had some strangers tell me so, and I called last week, but I guess you didn't continue the
No, we're ready to continue it now. We're running late on time, so we need to know, why is your mom a MILF?
Well, okay, she worked at a bar that my dad used to own, and I was in there. It was a billiards parlor, and I was in there one day, and she was working. I started playing a stranger in some pool, and the guy was kind of young, and she brought us over 2 beers, and she turned away and walked away, and he goes, man, and that lady's a little bit older for me, but I tell you what, I'd throw it up in her.
Is that how he put it?
I'd throw
Yeah.
Because you'll have to include that when we call you.
And I said, that's my mom, dude.
And he said,
I am so sorry. He turned beet red, took a shot, and I whacked him in the nuts.
And then why do you agree with him though?
Well, that's my mom, dude.
Hey, dude, that's the game.
But dude, you're calling us, and what you're going to have to do is describe to your mom why she's a MILF.
Well, I never told my mom the story, though. I mean, I just...
What, do you agree with your friend?
Is your mom a mom that you'd like to
Can you understand where he was coming from?
That I would like to do my mom?
No.
No, of course not.
That other guys...
Can you understand...
All my friends thought so. I mean, so, yeah.
And we're trying to get to the bottom of... Do you agree with the friends?
What is it about your mom that your friends find so attractive?
She's... nice. She's got a nice body. Kind of looks like you're gonna ask me this. Kind of looks like Shania Twain with blonde hair.
Really? How are her jugs?
Average.
How about her ass?
Nice. Not too great, but just average.
Well, that doesn't sound like Shania Twain to me.
Well, I mean, she's a little bit older, so she doesn't work out like Twain does, but.
Twain. Yeah, she doesn't work out like Twain.
How old is your mom?
Right now she is 52.
52? But you still think she gets looks?
Yeah, I think so.
She's a MILF.
Right. So all you got to do is call her up and tell her that your friend wants to F her.
Throw it up in her, Don.
Throw it up in her. And that you think your mom has got Shania Twain looks.
And, that if she worked out as much as Twain, she would be perfect.
Well, I tell you, I wanted to call last week because I really wanted this ticket, but this is for $100.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call her. She's at home.
Very good.
Okay, hold on. Let's get this guy's number. Let's wrap this.
Absolutely.
You got it, Robbie?
And really, don't you think that all women should try to work out as much as Twain?
Yes.
Twain. She don't work out as much as Twain does.
Hey, you know who's upset about that is her dad, Mark. Mark Twain. Or her real name, Clemens, or what was
Samuel L. Clemens, right?
That's the real name. Hey, listen, don't let this music fool you guys. Rush that number in as fast as you can.
Keep them coming.
I'm just trying
There
to...
it is, Joe with the rest of
What's her name? Mom's name?
Hold on, let me find out as we go to Buzzy. Carl, what's your mama's name?
Brenda.
Brenda.
Very good. We're going to call Brenda, and then you take it from there when we get her, okay?
Brenda, hold on.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people.
Buzz Twain.
He made it up.
Hold on there, Buzz. Before you give us the tease on the news, let's see if we got a payoff here.
It's ringing.
Oh, boy.
Tanya, this is gold if this ever works. Don't get to thinking like this is hog for cash.
No. From the Don and Mike show, and we have your son Carl on the phone. Carl has won a radio contest, but in order to get the prize, you need to come on the air with us.
Here we
Is that
go.
Okay? Okay, I'm going to put you on hold, and when you hear voices, you'll be on the air. Hang on, Twain.
Here we go. And what's her name, Robbie?
Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
Yes.
Hi, it's Don and Mike. Thanks for coming on the air with us. We have your son Carl on the phone with us. And Carl?
Yes.
Carl, is there something that you've agreed you'd like to tell your mom?
Carl has won a contest here, and Carl's going to tell you why he's won the contest.
Well, Mom, I tell you what, this is how it happens. This is a game. Can I tell her about the game, guys?
No, just tell your mom what you have to tell her.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I'm not coming over for turkey burgers tonight.
Okay.
When we were at the pool hall, when you used to work at the pool hall, where, first break where Dad used to own, I was sitting at a table with a guy, and you know him. I won't say his name over the air because it's probably not right. But
say his first name.
They call him Fat Jimmy.
Okay.
Fat
You know who that is?
That will narrow it down.
And we were shooting pool, and you came over and you gave him a beer and you gave me a Coke. And he said, wow, that lady, she's a little bit older, but I'd like to throw it up in her.
Carl.
That's a compliment.
Carl, go ahead.
Carl.
And I said, hey, man, that's my mom. And he turned beet red, and he took a shot, and I took my pool cue, and I hit him in the nuts. And that's why we're good friends today, I guess.
And continue, Carl.
Now, and go ahead, Carl.
There's a little more.
Or you wanted to tell your mom.
What, that she looks like Twain?
And
Shania Twain?
And what is your
And
mom?
why?
And what is your mom?
She's a MILF.
And what's a MILF?
From what my friends say, a mother that I would like to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And how about your mom's breast? Oh, no, this is not.
That's the other guy. He's given all the information.
This is not the lady who had the breast implants, right? Oh, you're the lady. You could look like Shania Twain if you worked out a little bit.
As much as Twain. That's what Carl said, and we're playing the MILF game, and we have offered people to call in and say, tell us if their mother's a MILF, and Carl was one of the first to call.
He believes that you are a mother that men would like to have relations with,
and that's why he's won a prize.
He sees where his friends get that idea.
He's fine with that.
Mom, are you there?
I'm here.
And so
are you mad at me?
I'm just a little in shock.
You should be proud.
Now it's a contest.
It's a compliment, ma'am.
Man, it is really a compliment, and it sounds like
guys. My mom's a very classy lady, and just
of course she is.
If I didn't need the money, then I wouldn't have done this. But I really need the money.
How much money?
If you didn't need, and how much money? Now listen, isn't that wonderful? $100, Mom.
Cool.
Yeah, $100 for Carl for calling in and sharing the story of his MILF.
A C-note.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's how you play the MILF game.
And I would say maybe Carl might, like many of these games, might be a real good idea to throw some of that cash towards your mom.
I will.
Since she,
I want to take her out to dinner.
What do you think of that, Brenda?
That sounds good to me.
Because, no turkey burgers from Twain tonight. No turkey burgers.
And really specific, did we mention that he said you kind of look like Shania Twain with blonde hair, but, you
needed to work out a little
as much as Twain does.
I know. I'm sure I should.
But, he's your son.
Yep.
But you're a MILF, and congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on being our first MILF on the show.
Thanks so much.
You're very welcome, man.
I love you, Mom.
Love you too, sweetie.
And your son wanted us to make sure that
you got a sweetie after all that. You're okay.
He's not the one. Your son is not the one.
No, don't worry about your son. As a matter of fact,
to get up in you.
Of all the guys that called, hello.
Hello, ma'am? Carl?
Yes.
Yeah, we must have. We had a bad connection there, I guess.
She probably hung up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you've won, Carl.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. She listens to you guys all the time and on the radio. But,
great.
That's where we are.
Bring her by.
I don't think she wanted to be pinpointed out. And I said my dad's.
You don't think she wanted to be pinpointed out? Maybe you shouldn't have called the show.
Well, I need the money.
Right, I know you need the money, and
and it's a compliment.
If it's $100 to prostitute out your mother, what the hell? You got the $100. So unexpected.
Don, Mike, I love you guys.
Thank you.
I've been listening to you for 10 years, man. I love you guys
Thanks.
so much.
Hold on, dude. Hold on.
Who would have thought that could go wrong?
Yeah.
I want to try it again sometime.
Hey, you gave him a sweetie. I don't think it went wrong at all.
I want to try it again sometime, but with a guy that really gets what it's about.
Well, that one guy, if we'd been able to get through to his mom, the whole double D's, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That would have been special.
Buzz, we've already opened up this news segment. What is your lead story today on the news and comments?
Today, Rosie O'Donnell explains it all.
Oh, boy. You know what that means.
Yes.
Fart City.
Stay tuned for news and comments coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
That was very
Rosie Fessional.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
What's the word from Planet Crackpot?
The Don and Mike Show. Hold it, fellas. That don't move me. Let's get real stoned for a change. It's the Don and Mike Show.
Yeah, time for Buzz's news show now. Buzz brought to you by Vermax Sexual Pleasure and Performance Enhancers.
Someone called for a doctor?
Doctor developed, clinically tested. Vermax works. Get it at Rite Aid, GNC, other select retailers. Try it today. Vermax. 1-888-TRY VMAX. And now he used, I don't know if you used to play tambourine for this band.
Yeah. Buzz did?
Buzz did.
Those were the days.
For the Swingin' Medallions.
Is that their name, really?
Yeah. Double shot of my baby's love.
The Swingin' Medallions.
Listen to Buzz right here. You're going to hear it. Listen now. Hear a guy go, woo. There he was.
That's me.
That's Buzz.
That's right. I named the group.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. In the case of Rosie O'Donnell versus her magazine publisher, the judge is listening to the final witnesses. He'll have his decision in about a week.
Hi, Rosie.
Here's the problem.
What?
Let's say you have a radio show.
Problem. That's so funny.
Let's say you're lucky enough to have a radio show.
All right.
And let's say that Rosie O'Donnell being on trial is front page news,
right,
all over the country. And your go-to, whenever you mention Rosie O'Donnell, is this tape.
Right.
And even though you've done it maybe conservatively 10,000 times, it still is great.
It is. It's our Rosie. It is.
So
it's not great necessarily on paper. It's when you hear it that it's great.
It's one of those things hard to explain. Yeah. Anyway, Buzz, you were speaking about
Rosie and the publisher suing one another for more than $100 million each. Publisher says she walked out on the magazine. Rosie says she was squeezed out.
I think I'm a tard because I never can stop laughing at that. And we've got several blocks of farts. But this particular incarnation is really one of my all-time favorites.
Anyway.
Rosie illustrated the squeezing out on Friday as she sat on the witness stand in her own defense. I can't help it. I'm guilty, too.
Rosie. Miss O'Donnell.
Rosie says the squeeze-out became clear to her when she suggested they put Mike Tyson on the cover to honor him for doing such a good job of trying to be a better guy. Quoting Rosie, having a magazine with my name on it without my control was never an option for me. Rosie says she'll abide by whatever the judge decides. No settlement, no appeal. just that.
Hi, Rosie. There you go.
Arnold Schwarzenegger may be strong, but there's no way he can accomplish what his wife can.
Oh, and listen, tomorrow on the show, T3 comes out on Divid tomorrow. And I'm sure you've seen the ads like I have. The part that caught my eye was where it says, special audio commentary by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Bonus feature.
Where it's one of those deals where you go to a separate audio channel on the DVD and it's Big Dumb Arnold telling you what he was thinking as he was preparing to kill another cyborg.
And we know, based on other tapes that we have, that when Arnold tries to explain his movies, only fun can happen.
That's right. I was talking with the guys and they said, do you want to preview it? Or I said, no. We just want a DVD player. We don't even need the video.
We know it's gold.
Tomorrow, and we're going to do it right at the beginning of the show.
This is the time when I took the guy and the thing before I would fight him with all the special effects, and it's really a good scene because I'm in it as cyborg.
Maria Shriver says she'll go back to work at NBC News. That'll make her the first lady in California history to hold a job while the husband's in office.
And you know what? It's got, I speak for everybody. Nothing but credibility now.
Yeah.
When Maria Shriver sits down to interview and do one of those hard-hitting pieces, nothing but credibility, baby.
Tonight's a look at the horrible Democrats in California. I'm Maria Shriver.
Maria will keep raising 4 children between the ages of 5 and 13. And she'll still find time to be one of the governor's top advisors. She'll do all this in Los Angeles while Arnold works in Sacramento.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, why'd all the phones just go nuts? All the phones are really... You see that, Mike?
Yeah.
Every single line is ringing.
What do we say?
We're not doing a contest now, right?
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, hello, Don and Mike.
Hey, did you know that 105.7 was playing commercials over you guys?
Perhaps this is a network issue. All right, thank you. Hold on a second, because we're getting a lot of these calls. Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello.
I was calling for the same thing.
Same thing.
Let you guys know.
Wow.
It was running commercials.
Where are you calling from?
Calling from Baltimore.
Baltimore. Maybe it's a Baltimore issue.
So they're running the commercials right now?
You can't hear any. You guys are very, very faint.
I'm glad we put pen to paper on that deal. Hello, Don and Mike. Oops. Hello, Don and Mike.
To believe what she said, they're running commercials and us faintly in the
Well, I don't think we'd be getting the calls if we weren't on while they're playing commercials at the same time.
Here's a call in Sacramento. Hello.
Hey, Don and Mike.
Yeah.
How you doing? Yeah, for the last 5 minutes, they've been running commercials right over the top of everything you've been saying here in Sacramento.
It is a network issue.
It must be a network. Have they stopped it yet?
Yeah, they just stopped it just now when I dialed. So
all I know is that Alan is really excited because he's just got an idea.
Hold on, and let's go. Here's
Liminal.
Buffalo, WBUF.
Hey, what's going on?
Were they doing that there too?
Yeah, they were doing it here too. They were paying some Enzyte commercial or something crazy. And then at 2-3.
That's the network.
Christ, now.
Well, what happened?
Mike, here's the deal. We're going to keep with the spirit of our brand new arrangement.
Yes.
With Westwood One. Our brand new, exciting.
Hey, what happened?
Long-term deal. I don't know what happened.
Technical difficulty, probably.
Yeah. You know.
Let's think that.
Okay, let's do thank God, Buzz. Meanwhile, the phones are still going nuts with this. Hello, Don and Mike.
Yeah, what's up, radio guys?
Hey, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dover, Delaware. I'm listening on 96 Rock.
All right, is it still happening?
No, they were running like a promo for.
Well, thank you. I believe that, and I believe your assessment of the TV show that they're running the promo for. But you can't say that. You can't
say that on the air, Mr. Brinkley.
You can't say she'll did. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Yeah, same thing here in Reno.
Hey, do we have great listeners that are always looking out for us?
Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello.
Same thing in Spokane.
Same thing in Spokane.
Everybody's checking in around the country.
That's kind of cool.
Okay. Well, listen, I tell you what, we'll let this one slide.
Sure.
Because, everybody makes mistakes. Right. And Westwood One is our network. And let's see what happens.
And Don is not annoyed at all.
No.
That would be that tapping you hear in the background.
That is CB interference, Mike. I don't hear anything.
That tapping would not indicate annoyance on any level.
We're down to like 4 of them.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm breaking our jewel cases. I didn't mean. Where's my
Don, what is a jewel case for those people that might not know?
That's the box we put our CD in to play it.
Very good.
Our CD boxes. No problem, Westwood One.
Certainly not.
No problem here. No phone calls here. No yelling. No ranting. No raving. No screaming. No nothing.
That was very professional.
Here's all we ask is, we're even doing this thing, ending the show now at 10 minutes until the hour.
Right.
We're doing this because they have bought more satellite time, so we could be like every other radio show in the goddamn world and have a West Coast refeed of the show starting at 4 p.m. West Coast time. So
we're team players.
We have to be done by 10 of so that they can do that. But listen, you can't be running the commercials while we're doing the show.
No, that's really silly. What are they thinking?
You can't do that. Okay?
Such silliness, please.
La la
Come on, fellas, you're losing your head.
And hold on, guys.
Yeah?
Yes? Dave in Sacramento, a guy who truly gets it. Dave!
I am the man today. I got my Don and Mike Impossible contest ticket out.
And
guess what? I had the show screwing up in the last half hour today.
There you go, my friend. There you go.
Beautiful.
Congratulations. And you know what you won? Wow. And this no, not a twisty. This is going to be a fantastic night for you. Courtney Love will be coming to your home to give you a fleet enema.
Wow.
Wow, that is, you hit the mother load.
Can I request Twain?
All right, thank you. Yeah, good call, Dave.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Twain.
A winner, another winner.
Wouldn't we all like Twain to come to our house?
Oh, yeah.
Give us fleet enemas.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Twain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
Twain kept it rolling all night long with my big 10-inch.
And then thank you for doing the Aerosmith anthology.
Twain. I told you, hey, Twain, walk this way.
She's leaving on that midnight Twain to Georgia.
She's a love Twain.
Love Twain.
Love Twain.
This is more of a...
You got another one? Because I'm out of Twain songs.
Come on, ride the Twain. And ride it.
Come on, ride the Twain.
Man.
This is more of an historical note than one that'll actually affect you. After 35 years, though, Screw Magazine is going out of business.
No!
Yes.
Oh.
No!
Al Goldstein. Settle down, lady. Al Goldstein says he just cannot compete anymore against all the cable and online porn.
Well, then let his son take over.
So he stopped publishing. He's filed for bankruptcy.
Who is Steve?
Steve Goldstein. A friend of ours.
Hi, Don.
He works at another station.
I know. I'm publishing Dad's magazine.
Goldstein's not alone. Bob Guccione resigned Friday as CEO of Penthouse International. He'll still publish the magazine, but it's also gone chapter 11.
How you doing, Bob?
I've resigned.
Why?
I will no longer be working on the magazine. I've decided to pack it in.
Hey, you know what? That weekend in Atlantic City really helped.
Dead on.
Your Bob Guccione voice.
Thank you, Don. Late nights, lots of smoke. I'm leaving Penthouse. Don?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
What's the odds you get Twain in your magazine?
Oh, I would pay millions of dollars to feature Twain.
Twain.
I'd like to ride that Twain. Hop on that Twain.
Playboy's sales are down as well. Hustler's Larry Flint agrees they're all a dying breed, but he says his company...
Yeah?
This is Hugh Hefner.
Hey, you.
Thank you.
I would also like to indicate to you that I would like to have Twain
What
in my
about
magazine.
What about Larry Flint?
Hustler's Larry
I'd
Flint.
like to take a flashlight, a satellite, and put it right on Twain's you-know-what. Also beginning with a TW.
Larry Flint agrees.
Boy, I wish I could say it, but it'd be delayed.
Let me just say, I don't know where you're at with this whole bit.
I get it. I get jokes.
George Michael.
Let's see the Twain, you know.
Yeah.
Where are you at? TW and hey, TWA. That's a great airline.
Uh-huh.
You know I love to drink on that airline though.
Hey, take a knee.
They have
They're the best.
TW.
great beverage.
I remember that.
We got in big trouble for this.
Oh, but boy, it was one of the greats. Absolutely. Nothing quite like that herbal tea that they have.
Yeah.
When
Hustler's Larry Flint agrees they're all a dying breed, but he says his company has succeeded in the transition to the Internet.
Have succeeded.
Congratulations.
Oh, no, yes. If you see Kay Ballard, you tell her to have a happy day from the Don and Mike show.
And enjoy some of that delicious TWA.
We got a break. You can have some tea when we come right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Gosh, I hate to interrupt. It's all been so incredibly fascinating and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
The Don and Mike Show. If you put a knick-knack on their whatnot, they'll give you a what for. Don and Mike.
Hey, now listen, also, besides, tomorrow we'll have the Arnold T3 thing listening.
Bonus feature.
This is not a promise, not a threat. It's a warning. We're going to play the Jerry Lewis tapes. Finally, the Jerry Lewis telethon tapes from Labor Day.
Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lewis.
I don't believe you.
We've got like 16 hours of the telethon, just cut down into like 40 minutes of highlights.
Telethon 03?
I'm with Buzz.
03. Yeah. What?
I don't believe you either.
We're skeptics.
Watch me. Watch me and listen to us. We'll do it on tomorrow's show.
Very good.
I hope tomorrow. Shooting for tomorrow.
Because I'm almost done editing. So
you're aware that tomorrow's Tuesday, correct?
All day.
Okay. Just checking.
What's that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
We don't have any regular bits we do on Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
Tuesday's just bad radio day.
Exactly.
Like every day on this show.
Bring on Lewis.
Bring on who?
Lewis. As in Jerry. As in Jerry.
Oh, I see. I thought
we're not communicating right now.
No, I got you. I thought
Lewis. Lewis Twain. Now you're trying to dial your phone. I'm sorry.
Never mind.
I apologize. I distracted
I had a question for the producer about something else, and I don't know where he is now.
Charlie Twain?
Charlie Twain.
In this era of everybody gets a talk show, the latest to join.
Hold on, excuse me, Buzz.
All right.
I have an important call coming in. Hello?
Sitting where I always am during this.
What? What was that?
I dialed.
You never mess up a word, do you?
I dialed 467. Is that you?
You must not have.
Okay, listen now,
Charlie Craig.
Working great.
How are we doing with our Thanksgiving thing?
Just waiting on copy from the boat.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
All right, bye. We got a big Thanksgiving show planned, but we can't tell you what it is yet. Yeah, well, no, not boat exactly, Mike. Mike, please stop it. It's not a boat, Mike.
Oh.
It's not a boat.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with a boat. Why would we think? I don't know why he said boat.
I do.
Oh, I know. Okay, I got you. Right, no, never mind.
So there is a boat.
Never mind. No, it's not a boat.
I'll wait to hear like everybody else.
It's not a boat.
I'll wait to hear like everybody else.
We're going on a boat. No, we're not going on a boat.
Stop it.
We're not going on a boat.
We're not going on a boat?
We're not going on a boat.
We've done shows on a boat.
I know we have, but we're not this time.
Okay.
That's right. It would be a ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I said too much.
Oh,
Shut up.
Like Mayflower.
Shut up. Ooh. Shut up.
Well, I just overheard. I wasn't prying.
We've not made the announcement yet. Though.
Okay.
We don't know about all the details
That's
yet.
fine. Don't let me know until you know, because now I'm going to be excited.
Hopes are up.
I won't let you know until I know.
that, because now I set myself up for disappointment, and I don't handle that well.
What do you think it is?
A big boat, just like they came over on. With sails.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
God, and we'll all wear period costumes.
That's right.
It's scurvy.
Yeah. Scurvy. God, that's great.
You're nuts.
Can I drive it if it is a boat?
You drive the boat?
Yes.
Sure. Only if you drive it like Tommy Lee.
Okay, absolutely. Oh, boy.
Well, bring your young girlfriend with you.
Hey.
It was a compliment.
Thank you.
Buzz?
Thank you.
In this era of everybody gets a talk show, the latest to join the fray is actor Tony Danza.
Oh, God.
Disney says it'll start pitching the daytime show after the November ratings sweep.
Shut up!
One spot expected to open up is the one now occupied by the Emmy-winning but ratings-failing Wayne Brady.
Shut up!
That was a Disney production as well.
How did he win an Emmy?
He's very popular. He's well-liked. Emmy loves Wayne Brady.
Emmy love Wayne Brady.
Other shows on the bubble include the John Walsh.
What, you canceling my black ass and you bringing on Tony Danza?
Boo!
Shut up there.
Shut up.
Shut up there.
Other shows on the bubble include the John Walsh Show and Crossing Over with John Edward. On its way out.
He a McCartney.
He's on his way out.
Frida was on that show.
Yeah, don't you get your wife mad if you call him McCartney?
Well, that's right.
He's a Carney. This is Wayne Brady.
It apparently pays to be dim-witted. Pop star turned reality star Jessica Simpson is about to turn sitcom star. She's just signed a deal with ABC for a show to premiere next fall. Her acting experience includes a recurring role on That 70s Show.
Shut up!
CBS, meanwhile, has offered a similar sitcom deal to 16-year-old actress-singer Hilary Duff.
Shut up!
Who went to Atlantic City with Mike?
Watch it!
Wow.
Shock TV is making way for feel-good TV this year, according to the critics. Consider the hits and misses. Coupling is already permanently gone from NBC's schedule. One of TV's bigger hits this year is Joan of Arcadia, about a girl who talks with God.
You know, Buzz, I'm a very busy... What are you doing, Mike?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
I had a little paper clip and I was kind of snapping at you.
Why?
I was snapping.
I was not going to speak about you or your girl.
Yeah, but you just did. That's what I was saying.
But I was not now, though.
Snapping it at you like
Now
that. Like I wanted to, like I was going for your nose.
I like Joan of Arcadia.
I know you do.
I do.
A lot of people do.
It's a good show.
That's what I hear.
It's a good premise for a show.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that...
What is it about?
It's about a girl, and God talks to her.
Oh, okay.
He appears as different people, and she has conversations with him. He talks to
Is
her.
it like Touched by an Angel?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll tell you. It's not, on the occasions that I've seen it, it's not as preachy as Touched by an Angel.
Okay. Yeah, it's more real-life, contemporary.
Oh, and she interviews with people that are going to die.
No,
right?
No, it's a different show.
That's on Showtime.
No,
sorry.
Mike,
That's Showtime?
Or HBO.
I'm sorry.
ABC's built a new family sitcom lineup on Fridays. And
we're going on a boat.
Well, it's not quite as successful as it once was. It's getting there.
Mike, this is Wayne Brady.
Yes.
I got no boat.
Oh, damn it.
I got no show. You got no boat.
Finally,
no boat, Mike.
Finally, if you're going to ship body parts, for crying out loud, wrap them in plastic first.
And say hi to my dad, please. And my brothers and sisters.
Who?
You know, Bobby, Peter.
Ah, the bunch. The Brady bunch.
Wayne Brady bunch.
In Missouri, FedEx workers found a shipment of 2 human legs and an arm when it was discovered that one of the boxes was leaking.
Ew.
The good news is there was no foul play. A Las Vegas donor research company sent the limbs to a guy who sells body parts to doctors for research projects. The bad news is shipping body parts is very much against company policy at FedEx, and the guy selling the body parts has now been cited for operating a home-based business without a permit.
It would be Wayne Brady. I'm in business with my brother James. You might remember him.
Oh, yes.
From the Reagan administration.
Very, yes.
We're running out of Brady's on this side of the room, Mike.
Absolutely.
Kyle Brady, a tight end.
Kyle Brady.
For the Jacksonville somebody's.
And then we can all take our antique photos. Thank you, Rob. For those historians out there with Matthew.
Right, Matthew Brady.
God, okay.
Thank you.
I'm Buzz Brady on the Don and Mike Show. No, absolutely not.
All right, that's it. We got to go. Yeah. We'll try to do better tomorrow. We'll be back with a new episode. Until then, whatever. You're on your own. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
You know,
Ravi, be a dear.
I'd like to throw it up in her.
BM.
Eaters.
Till we meet again, this is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.